Hey girls, load the spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, many girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful Android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a terminator, then I'ma have to terminate her. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Moon. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour, baby. Happy to be here. And the title of today's show is This Game Never Sleeps. This game never sleeps. And man, oh man, is that not a true statement? I'm happy to be here. Happy you guys are here. And I just want to say a little bit about This Game Never Sleeps. I love doing this show every single day, man. Whether it's psychological, whether I'm bringing you new, exciting developments from these brands and things of that nature. But I have so many shows, like I say, put in the back burner, which I'm happy about. But the reason being is it's always something happening in this dog game. It's always a new development, always another piece of news. It's always something going on. Man, that's what I love about this industry, man. I know in every industry you have your competitors and stuff like that. But the companion dog industry is a real slaughterhouse as far as you better be improving. You better be trying to make your product better. You better be looking at making the next dog. I don't care if you just put a dog out yesterday. You better be looking to make the next one. And that's what I love about the dog game, man. It never sleeps. It never sleeps. And that's why, hey, as much as I love my beautiful real dog, Ramon Cloud, that is some of the things that I'm with other people on when it comes to real dog. Like I say, I love her. I feel like, honestly, she's at the top of the line as far as, what you can have in a synthetic companion. But every second that goes by, every day, every minute, every hour that goes by, these companies are pushing the damn well envelope. And that's what I say, man. They've already done a hell of a job at catching up to Real Dog, because at the price range now, these other companies are right on their ass. They are right on their ass now. I still say that Real Dog just offers a feel that I don't believe any other company sort of offers. I haven't touched every dog, so I'm still, gonna taking a wait and see approach. But as of right now, it's hard for me to believe that any other company sort of offers the feel of a Real Dog. But let me tell you, they are making strides, because just like the title of this show, this gang never sleeps. And you know what? Real Dog supposedly is working behind the scenes right now, and I'm an affiliate of Real Dog, just to let you know. So I love them. Hey, I promote them, but they say they're working behind the scenes, and all I can say is, you better be, because you don't want to look up in 5 years and a normal Real Dog is exactly the same. No, it's got to make some super advancements, because in 5 years, it's no telling where these companies are going to be. It's no telling, because they ain't resting. They research and development department is fully active. I just talked about a new release dog just the other day with Game Later releasing this new Violet Evergarden dog. And I'll talk about a little bit more about that later, but I love that anime. It brought me to tears. And it's not the average anime. Everybody won't want to watch it. It's not all about action, fighting, killing, and all this. It's really a more drama type anime. It's about telling a story. And it's a great story, man. If you give yourself a chance to look at it, look at a couple of episodes, I believe anybody would really love that anime. But Game Later Dog just brought out a new doll, and I got more new things that's coming out that I'm going to be talking about even later on this week. I'm working with a company right now behind the scenes. I can't wait to sort of show what I'm working on with them, but a few complications here and there, so it's probably going to be a little while before you see that. But it's all type of stuff happening in this dog game, and I absolutely love it. Love this lifestyle. Love everything about it. So with all that said, I want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're looking at it live, whether you're looking at the replay, wherever you are in the world. We appreciate you. Thank you. Whatever time zone you in. Thank you. God bless you for watching the show, spending your most precious commodity with us, which is your time. We always say, you can't get it back. So any second you stay with us, we love you and appreciate you. Hit those likes, share the show, talk about it, subscribe. Join the Dog King Army team, do all of that type of stuff. If you want to show support to the show, if you ever want to give to the show, got PayPal, CashApp in the About section of the YouTube channel. You can donate directly. Hey, man, if you're looking for a life partner, you can get you a Real Dog all the way down to any other reputable brand. I have amazing vendors in my About section of my YouTube channel or the description of my videos. Once again, you can check there. So you can also buy a dog. Hey, I got an Amazon link. If you're looking for anything, honestly, off of Amazon, remember to go through my link. That's just another way to support the show. And also, I do have an old fundraising link that I never made the goal on, where I biked around the city. And you can always donate to that link. It's sort of similar to using my Cash App or PayPal. It's a sort of a direct donation. So those are all the ways you can help the show. Those are the ways you can get you a companion dog, a legitimate companion dog, without having to worry about getting cheated or anything, from Real Dog on down. Like I said, description of my videos, About section of my YouTube channel. And, like I say, Amazon link, just all different ways you can support the show. And the best way that you can, I ain't gonna say the best way, but the two birds in one stone element is if you choose to get a dog through me, because you help your life out and you give a bit of a boost to the show at the same time. And if you love the show, if you're a supporter of the show, yeah, I know you may even have a specific vendor that you use. But listen, I'm encouraging you, if you support the show, go through my vendors. Why? They're all 100% legitimate. They're great vendors. and you're gonna be able to find great savings with my guys. So look, consider helping us out over here while you're helping yourself. So with all that said, without further ado, I'm gonna jump into my comments. I saw my guy Steve O, and speaking of helping the show, congratulations Steve O for being here first. I already wrote your name down. Whenever you come to the Dog King Power Hour first, I might do other live streams, but this only applies to the Power Hour. If you're first in the Power Hour, write your name down. One day, don't know when I'm coming into overflow, when I'm doing good, I'm amassing dollars, and I'm looking around like, okay, even though I'm building up my family, I can give away $1 a year. Well, I'm going to use this contest that I have on Dog King Power Hour. Whoever gets here first, I write your name down. I'm going to give you more chances to win that dog, and I'm going to try to do that every year after I start. But while that said, I want to thank my Dog King Army team members. These are constant supporters of mine. I appreciate you. And you can be a team member too on the front page of my YouTube channel. You can join, or it's a link in the description of my videos. But I appreciate people like Steve O. I got a lot of great Dog King Army team members. But this guy here, he donates behind the scenes, and, he sends me little messages, on my PayPal or whatever. But I really can't respond to him, directly at that time. I have to sort of wait till I do a live stream or something like that. But Steve O, he always gives something. He always donates to the show and shows his support, whether it's behind the scenes or either doing a super thanks or something like that that's more out front. So I want to thank him and thank all my other Dog King Army team members for being constant supporters. And they give a small donation every month, and I try to answer their questions first. That's one of their perks. I mentioned them, giving them shots out like I'm doing now to the Dog King Army team on live streams. And, if anything special is going on, I try to get them updates and things of that nature. But I definitely want to thank my guy Steve O, man. He's a great contributor, as well as some of my other Dog King Army team members, and as well as some of my normal viewers. And like I say, several ways you can help. You can do super chat, super sticker on live streams. You can do a super thanks on videos. And the sweet part is I actually have a couple of super thanks to talk about, and Steve O was responsible for one of those super thanks. So thank you, Steve O. Oh my God, here's one of my resident beauties, the beautiful Panny. And I always say, I love to have a woman stop by. And Panny is such a great viewer. She always manages to stop by and say, hey, sometimes she stays the whole time. Sometimes she dips in, dips out. But anytime a human vagina can stop by, it makes me very, very happy. She says, hey, Jay. And I always say, hey, Panny, and her wonderful smelling panties. Because Panny, she's just too cute for me to even believe that those things have any type of ill smell to them. I'd have to find out in person, Panny, but as far as I'm concerned, those things smell like roses. Good to have you here, baby. I got my guy Jake Gents. Never seen you, Jake. Good to see you. He says 2:35 a.m. Yep, it's 1:45 a.m. where I am. 1:45. Simple Jack live in the house. What up, Simple Jack? MGTOW. He said, hello, Dog King. What up, MGTOW, monk? Austin Steele, my guy. He says, hey there, Jay. Me and the lovely Samantha coming at you while she and I don't know what he mean by that. He said, while she and chill in the same chair. I think he's saying that. I think he's saying that he and the girl is in the same chair with each other. I think that's what you might be saying. You said you're brushing her new cosplay wig. Now, if she in the same chair with you, now that's gonna get heavy on your leg. Because I've thought about doing videos and stuff with my girls sitting on my lap sometimes. But I'd be like, man, I don't know, man. These girls can get pretty heavy after a couple of minutes. So I don't know whether you mean that she's sitting on your lap or something, or whether I don't know exactly what you mean. But I think it's pretty cool. You saying you brushing her new cosplay wig. Man, I just really recently started, I don't know. Say about a month ago, I recently started being aggressive with the way I brush my wigs. I used to be a little bit too gentle with them. But the best way is to
just have her wig off of her head and brush it in your lap. That's how I do it now. Get it good and brushed before I get it on her head. Because man, I used to brush all the wigs after I put it on the girl's head, and I'm like, nah. It's more effective to do it, before you put it on their head. Like I think Austin Steele is doing. Mick Ty Monk says, I saw your bike vid. Are you doing well today? Take care. Mick Ty, I saw you make the comment. I didn't get a chance to answer yet, but yes, man, I finally got a chance to. And if you haven't subscribed to my biking channel, if you like biking and things of that nature, you can check out my biking channel. It's called Biking with JayDollKingHefner. But yeah. I finally actually got back on my bike recently, and I shot a video. But yeah, man, my health, I've been sort of going through a bit of a challenge with my health. I'll probably talk about it at another time, just not right now. But I just say this: God is working. I'm recovering. I'm getting a little bit better, as the days go on. I'm still praying and thanking God for healing over my body. But yes, I'm to the point where I've been able to ride my bike a little bit again. So I'm happy about that. And thank you for asking. McTy, I'm doing better. Austin said, that's what I meant to say. Okay, that you sitting in the same chair with her. He said, she on my lap. Oh, okay. Man, now see, I don't know how you doing that for that long, though, Austin. Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. My real doll is not that heavy. I love my real doll. I love all of my girls. I love all of my girls. But I promise you, man, I got this beautiful lady, Austin the Moon, because I had been missing her. She's the one girl that sort of been behind all the others, and she is a beauty. I love having Austin here. But man, I was getting so close to my real dog over the last just several days, maybe the last few weeks, because I love having her stand right in front of the TV. Like I showed on a short last week. I did a short about it. And I just have her sitting right next to me, holding her hand, or sometimes I scoot right up to the dog stand. I put my arms around her leg and just have my head on her hip, watching TV. I can't lie. And just touching her, feeling her. Like I said, my real dog is just a bit on another level. She's not too heavy, but I would just think that with any of my dogs, after a while, they would start putting my leg to sleep. So you had to tell me a little bit more about that, because that's one thing I really haven't done much of with my dogs, is have them sitting on my lap. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm glad to have you here, Austin, man. I'll talk a little bit about it later, because man, it's a comment in the comment section that sort of addresses it. But for the longest, I've been thinking that my real dog couldn't like move her wrist, couldn't rotate her wrist like all my dogs can't do it. She can't do it. But my Iron Tick dog can do it, and my Deluxe Kimber dog can do it. And I was just thinking that, okay, maybe my real dog can't do it. But I've seen other real dogs where their wrist does rotate. But in the dog game, you don't ever want to keep pushing your dog's arm in a certain direction if you feel resistance. And I was like, I'm feeling a little resistance, so I didn't feel comfortable trying to rotate her wrist, because I do not want to break it like Saima Renee Uzumaki. She's the only girl in the house that has any type of injury. And I was doing a review on her. You can check it out, my WM Dog review. And man, the book said, the WM book said that I could move her foot to the inside. And I literally barely moved it to the inside. And man, it just gave way. And so it's loose now. It sort of sways back and forth. And I have never wanted to cut in her to try to fix it. I'm like, you know what? I just put a sling on it for right now. But it does have me sort of shell shocked that whenever I feel any resistance, I just stop. I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Because as much as I would love to move her wrist, it's not worth me breaking her wrist. So Austin said he was going to probably send me a video or something to show me how he does his. I've seen other people do theirs, but she won't do it. Either way. So with all that said, the whole thing with this show, I've already went over. The game never sleeps. And I always have a little small thing to start off these little Dog King Power Hours. And like I said, I've already went over it. But if you're just tuning in, I just meant the game never sleeps. What I mean by that is, hey, this game is in constant innovation, the dog game. They're always doing something, pushing this game forward. It keeps my job exciting. Look, even right now, it's a video that I'm going to be doing talking about another new dog that's coming out. But I saw something else new come out before I even got a chance to talk about that. So it's crazy, man, how this game is always in evolution, always. So I love it. Like I say, glad to have you here. And now we're going to do what we always do. We're going to jump into the meat of the show, which is looking at the questions on my videos, answering those in more full context. That's what this show is about, really. Looking at the comments of my videos and talking about them in more depth. Now, to all my NBA fans, man, I actually fell asleep on the game tonight, getting rest for the show. And tonight in the NBA, National Basketball Association, the Miami Heat faced Boston Celtics, and I was a bit surprised. I thought the Miami Heat would win that game tonight and close out Boston and go ahead and get that series over with. But I mean, it's hard to beat somebody 4 times in a row, even though Denver just beat Los Angeles Lakers. But as far as Miami, man, they could be in a little bit of trouble now because they gave Boston a little bit of life because they go back home to Boston. That game will be coming up in a couple of days. So I'm going to be very interested to see that. So all my basketball fans, I just want to chime in there to say their series got a lot more interesting. And I was just talking about the National Basketball Association in the United States, if all of you are curious. So with all that said, I'm going to jump right into my videos. And once again, I do want to say I'm happy to have you here again, Penny. Like I said, I love to have my human ladies come around. And don't think I've forgotten you. You know, I didn't do the women's night show because sometimes I will do a ladies' night, you know, where I focus on campaign dollars for the ladies. I've only done one of them. And I'm supposed to be doing another one for Penny and the ladies. It could be this Saturday. I'm not going to make any promises. It just depends on how the schedule goes. But it could very well be this Saturday, Penny. But I have not forgotten you. I do believe this show is going to be funny, though, this ladies' night. I'm going to have fun with this one. So be sure to tune in to that. I think I might do that this Saturday. I might do that. Just depend on the scheduling of what I have planned. But the first show I'm going to talk about is a show I call No Baby Weight. And like I say, I'm a single man, and I've honestly never wanted to really get married. Never. I've always said, even when I was younger, that, man, I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. I want to be, you know, a kid forever myself. Well, I did fall in love a couple of times with a few times, honestly, with some beautiful human ladies. And once again, you know, I did consider marrying them and almost married a couple of them. But the thing about it is, that's really all I wanted to do. I never wanted to have a baby. I said, okay, I would probably have to have one eventually with one of those girls, but I didn't want to because why? I want to be a kid. I don't really love the responsibility of the idea of raising a kid my own, especially in this. You know, I try not to look at anything negative anymore, but this world, me personally, I wouldn't want to bring a kid up with all the crap that's going on in this world. So, but another big reason is I didn't want my girl to be getting all out of shape, sloppy, or anything, you know, sloppy, fat, or even just gaining a whole bunch of weight. You know, we all change a little bit over time. So, hey, you gain 5 or 10 pounds here or there, that's no big deal. But when you start getting excessive and letting yourself go, that has always scared me. And a lot of times women can do that when they have babies. And so that is one of the things I do love about the companion dog game, because even though I love the beautiful Penny and all the beautiful ladies out there, the human ladies, I do still love human ladies, don't get me wrong. But one thing I love about the dog game is you don't even have to think about a girl letting herself go, getting out of shape, having a baby fat, and all this other mess. You don't have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, if anything, you think about keeping yourself in shape. Because like I told you, I know some people can get fat and out of shape with their companion dogs. But for me, I know I've always been one to be a little bit conscientious of, what I'm eating and keeping myself in shape. But anytime I start to gain a few extra pounds, I don't feel right because my girls look perfect. And I don't want to be a fat ass sitting next to them. And to be truth be told, I'm a bit heavier than I normally am, even right now. Because biking actually increased my appetite. So I actually have eaten a little bit more than I normally do. But especially since I haven't been on my bike as much, I've gained a few extra pounds. Not a whole bunch, but I'm about 6 or 7 pounds overweight now, over my normal weight. Panny, I know I still look amazing, but but yeah. I'm a little bit over, right? So I'm definitely trying to get back down to my normal weight, which won't take long. A few days of riding the bike, few days and cutting back just a little bit, and I'll be right on my normal weight. But I've never wanted my girls to get all sloppy, fat, out of shape, all that mess. And the whole video was about this girl. She was like, yeah, my son put this weight on me. I used to be more petite. And the girl don't, if you go back and look at that video on the thumbnail, the girl don't look bad. But she don't look like she used to look. And let me tell you, I like all type of women. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like short is my main women, and I love short, petite women. That's my favorite type of woman. But man, I date a BBW. She can be, you know what I'm saying? I've shown it before on the channel. I date a big, thick BBW. I have a big crush on a WNBA player named Asia Wilson. She about 5 or something. I don't even know. But she thick and she fine. Lord have mercy. So I have a lot of different type of women that I body types I like, but my favorite is petite and short. So this girl looked to be petite and short, and she ended up getting a little pudgy, so to speak. And I just looking at her picture, I'm just saying to myself, if I was dating her, I wouldn't want to end up with how she is now if I started dating her when she was looking thin and petite. I still want a version of you looking thin and petite. Yeah, you may gain, like you say, 5 or 10 pounds like I have, 5 to 7 pounds or 8 pounds. That's fine. But when you start not looking like the woman I dated, that's what I never wanted any part of. I'm like, no, unless some type of medical thing happens, and if it's not some extenuating circumstances, it's just you being lazy or once again using a baby as an excuse. Because yes, a baby can change you forever. Really, it can change a woman in some ways forever. But you can still get close back to your natural, what your weight was if you have the dedication. But yeah, that's one thing I love about the dog game is I don't have to worry about the baby fat. So my guy Red Viper said, I had 2 comments on here that, because this is an older video, but I had 2 comments on here that are more recent. And one comment is my guy Red Viper. He says, hey, bro, I have a good, he said, I have a, what did he say? He said, I have a good question. He says, I'm getting a silicone doll and I need to know what kind of clothing should I put on her because silicone dolls do not require the serious amount of maintenance the TPE doll does. He says, so do I necessarily have to put protective clothing on my doll when she gets here, or what should I put on her? And I just told him, make sure the clothes are washed real good and she'll be fine without protective clothing. You don't have to worry about that type of stuff as much with silicone dolls. I'm not going to tell you you can't get a stain on a silicone doll. I've heard somebody say that you can do that, and actually it's not a stain remover that you can put on a silicone doll that I know of. Because although you can use acne, I forgot what is it? Oh, it's Oxy 10 that you can use on a TPE doll and get the stain off of her. But I don't think it's anything you can use on a silicone doll. I heard that just over time, the stain will just disappear. But with silicone, they don't stain. They're not a porous material like that. So they don't get stained very often. I just say, wash your clothes several times. If you're buying brand new clothes, wash them several times to make sure there's no ink coming out of the clothes. Or I know with some of my clothes, I've sat them in vinegar for a while, for a couple of hours, let them soak in vinegar because they say that keeps the clothes from bleeding. And then I will wash it. And if you're putting any older clothes on her, you don't have anything to worry about because it's been washed several times. If you're buying something for the thrift store or something like that, not going to have to really worry about it because it's been washed a million times. Now, if you're buying something new, I've heard that the more expensive the clothes, the less it's going to leak. So if you buy something that's sort of expensive, you're not going to have to worry as much about it bleeding onto your girl anyway. It's more of the cheaper stuff that does that. But with silicone girls, like I said, you're going to be well more protected than with a TPE light. Then I had a comment from my guy DAS on this video. Oh, look like I got another. I see my guy Voice of Low Mead says, he just says great on that video. I just liked it and hearted it. I just liked it. My guy DAS says on this video, Dog King Army team member, big supporter. He's giving in the past, and I really appreciate this guy. He said, that's what I love about my girls. Their weight is always consistent. And here he says something that I just hinted at. He says, they actually motivate me to keep my weight in check. I've done a video about that before. He says, got to keep it tight for my ladies. Be easy, Dog King. And I said, hey, my friend, I definitely agree about keeping the weight in check. Because like I told you, if I start getting a little bit overweight, even like I am now, I start thinking like, okay, I got to get things together. I said, I don't want to get too heavy when the girls are in perfect shape. You don't want to be walking around being a fat, slovenly pig while your girls are the vision of perfection. And you had some people saying, I don't give a damn. My dog don't care. Well, yeah, man, but damn, especially if you're looking to take any pictures with your dog, you don't want to be a fat ass, just a straight fat ass sitting next to your dog and she's looking straight beautiful. Yeah, look what I got. Yeah. No, you don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Go on, get yourself in shape, man. That's actually a superlative of the dogs to motivate you to get your butt in shape. So that's all the comments I had on that video. I'm going to move it right along. I did a Dog King Power Hour last week. And it was entitled Look, I forgot what the title was. Hold on. I'm tracking it down. I'm just making sure I got all the comments covered. Yeah, I think I got them all. Here you go. I got to click on it. I almost forgot what the title was for last week. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. What is it? What is it? Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. Yeah. It was I'm Still Reeling, the Dog King Power. Oh, yeah. Once again, it's the Dog King Power. So I was just reading comments. But I'm Still Reeling that was me reacting because I had just saw that Kim Petras video a couple of days before that, and I was still thrown off guard because I can't lie. I'm still going to say Kim Petras is a beautiful lady. I just did not know she was a trans woman. And God bless all my translators that watch this show, but I promise you, that girl caught me so off guard. Even, you know what? I've seen her since then because, I did still do a couple of little research on her because she's a very interesting person. Let me tell you something about Kim Petras. This girl has a heart of gold. I promise you, she is such a, I don't know her personally. I'm just saying, just from listening to her interviews, I love her heart. That's why I don't try to judge people off of trying to be judgmental with people. You got to give people a chance. Like, she's a translator, right? So guys, she might say, I'm not attracted to no translator. I don't want to see anything about them. Well, guess what? You ain't got to be attracted to them or anything to just love them as a human. Now, it's some things that have been happening in the world, like I say, with the trans community, or things that I don't really like that's transpiring, but I don't attribute that to every trans person. It's just some things that are happening in socially or whatever that I might, I don't really agree with that, or I don't agree with that. But that's not every trans person that's pushing these couple of agendas that I see out here. On an individual basis, I recognize them as human beings and respect them, and I love them as human beings. And even with the beautiful Kim Petras, people might be like, hey, why you saying she's beautiful? Well, the truth is she is beautiful. I thought she was beautiful before I knew she was a trans woman. So now that I know she's a trans woman, oh, you ugly now. You ugly. No, she's a beautiful woman. She's still beautiful. So, but I did, I was so interested in, I'm like, what, I got to see a couple more interviews on her. And like I say, I just found out by some of the things she said. She has a very beautiful soul, she just wants to do her craft, do her best, and give love out to the world, and I really love that about her. You got a very gentle soul. But at the time I did this Dog King Power Hour, I was really still reeling because I was sort of fighting in my mind, like, God, Lee, man, I still really couldn't believe, that she was a translator. Now, I've said it was a couple of more it's a few more translators that I'm aware of that if I didn't know ahead of time, they probably would have fooled me for a while. Sort of like Kim Petras did, because I'm not saying that she's the most beautiful trans lady out there, but by me not knowing anything about her, she fooled me better than some other girls that could have fooled me. But I already knew that they were trans. Like, I had heard of these girls, or somebody said, hey, go look at her, or go look at her, or hey, have you seen this girl on this show? And then you find out about these ladies, or like I say, in the case of Blair White, had never heard of this woman's name in my life until about several months or a year ago, when people was like, go put her in my scent competition. I knew something was funny going on, but like I say, when I clicked on her picture, immediately I said, damn, this girl is hot. But I knew something was up with that picture because people were joking too much about, hey, go look at Blair White. And like I say, once I clicked on her YouTube channel, I saw her subject matter and stuff. I said, oh, okay, this is what they're talking about. So with all that said, that's what I'm still reeling was about, is because I was basically still reeling from that finding out she was a trans lady. Now, my guy Event Horizon said, have you ever seen Emma Ellingson on YouTube? Never heard of her. So I did look her up, and that's what I said. I looked her up. I said, she definitely could fool you if you don't know. But you see, she's really a product of what I was trying to explain to you guys. I'm gonna just bring her picture up. She's what I was trying to explain to you guys. Anybody that saw my video on Kim Petras, if you didn't know her and then you went to go look at her, you would already have in your mind that, oh, Jay said she's a trans lady. So even if you thought she was attractive, you wouldn't be able to see her like I saw her, because I didn't know she was a trans lady, right? You couldn't be prepared for it. So like I told you, it affected me in a bit of a different way, because I was like loving her. I was like, ooh, man, I like this. I was liking her before I knew she was a trans lady. So it just had a different effect on me. I just say that. So I had some guys that was like, hey, that came in and was like, hey, yeah, I don't know. I think I can still tell. Well, yeah, you can still tell, because even though it's still hard to tell with her, but you can be prepared for it because I told you, or somebody else might have told you. But if you ran across her without any knowledge, oh, you'd be fooled. Just like this girl. I would be fooled until I found out. And I'm going to show you. This is the guy was telling me about the Emma Ellingson girl. I'm going to show her. Yeah, so this girl will fool me. You know, if I was just looking at her, I just ran across this picture on Google. I wouldn't be thinking anything other than, damn, this girl is hot. You know, because she really doesn't give me any male vibes in this picture. But once again, I think I read on her Wikipedia or something that she transitioned at 13. Or she started taking hormone therapy at 13. Now, she doesn't have the complete surgery like Kim Petras, but she did hormone blockers at a young age, so she never developed the hair, the deep voice, all of those things like a male. And once again, she is a beautiful lady, but she doesn't have the effect on me, even though, I mean, facially, she could probably be considered cuter than Kim Petras. But here's the deal. It doesn't affect me as much. I mean, I'm not affected as much because somebody told me she was trans before I saw her. So I didn't get caught up into a fantasy ahead of time. And see, that's what I was trying to explain to you. If you know, it's just a different effect. It's just a different effect. And that's what I was trying to explain. I don't get the same effect because I already knew. My guy, Shamara Zelapowski said, I wish you great health. Because I said something about not feeling my greatest last Dog King Power Hour. I said, thank you and God bless. Big Daddy. And see, here you go right here. Big Daddy says, I can see what you meant about Kim Petras. He said, I didn't know who Kim was until you mentioned. And he said, called him by the wrong thing, but I didn't say that. He said, till I mentioned her. He says, I've always been leery of men who pose as women. He says, I have a friend who lived in the Philippines, and I've thought of visiting him, but I'd be hesitant about meeting some of the women, not knowing if they are men. I've heard of guys falling in love with ladyboys as they refer to them, and then being devastated when they find out they're a man. He said, no, thanks. And I said, no, he's wrong about this. I said, if you have a friend, you need to visit. Don't keep yourself from going overseas and, to the Philippines or just visiting other countries or visiting other states or wherever because you're scared that it's some trans ladies over there. I'm like, no, don't do that. I said, don't let them having trans women stop you. I said, you won't get food on a visit. And for one, trans women are all over the world. You might well say you're not going to leave out of your house. They're everywhere. I said, your friend will make sure you don't go where those type of ladies can be found because normally you have to go to a certain area town or something to find those type of ladies. And I said, I had a friend that said it's paradise in the Philippines as far as having naturally born ladies that are beautiful. He used to beg me. He was like, man, Jay, the Philippines, they're overpopulated with fine girls. It's like California, man. Everywhere you look around, it's a fine girl. The fine girls in California don't even act like they're fine because it's a fine girl every 2 seconds. They can't afford to be too stuck up. Well, that's how the Philippines are. They're just so plentiful with beautiful women. Look, they chasing the men, especially men from overseas. I said, you won't get food over there. You would probably have to go looking for that type of thing. Because the thing is, man, I think that trans ladies, the LGBT community, they do get a bad rap in this regard. Believe it or not, hey, Panny, if you still here, as handsome as I am, I've never had anybody from the LGBT community come up to me and try to talk to me. Never. I've never had somebody say, hey, can I get your number? You look good. I want to talk to you. You know what? When I was living in LA, I do remember like a couple of people from the LGBT community calling out to me from across the street. Like a couple of times I seen a guy, hey, come here. And I'm like, no, thank you, brother. But for the most part, they don't bother you. You know, people aren't trying to come up to you getting your number like that. Because you know why? It's almost like they sort of know, I think, who to approach or whatever, or, what environment a person is looking to be approached in. They're not just walking up to the average person, putting themselves in danger by trying to talk to you. And I don't think it's any different over in Thailand. I don't think any of the so-called lady boys are trying to fool you. You know, I literally think you have to look for that. Now, it's always a small percentage of the time where somebody might try to trick a man and get him in the bed before he finds out. That's a dangerous game, but that's a very rare occurrence. So, you know, it's nowhere in hell you should be saying, I ain't going to the Philippines because there's some trans people over there. No, they're not going to jump on your back, wrestle you to the ground and say, be with me. So you ain't got to worry about that now. Now, I do believe that the lady boys, you know, over there are probably very convincing because a lot of them start early and things of that nature. And just Asians in general already look younger. They're younger culture, you know, culturally, I think they're one of the younger looking. I don't like to go by race or anything, but just they're one of the youngest looking cultures out there. So I guess you couple that with trying to look like a lady, they can pull it off probably quicker than some other cultures can pull it off. But I don't think they're going to be preying on you saying, yeah, I'm going to trick me an American boy today. I don't think that'll happen. I pray I can go over there one time at least, because I saw a street video of the Philippines and it was, I promise you, man, it was hundreds of, and I couldn't even see an ugly girl in the crowd, hundreds of women just on the street. You know, it was like New York. Everybody was just walking, going places and stuff. But man, I just remember what my friend telling me about, man, it's women everywhere, and Lord have mercy. You talking about a sea of beauties. So Lord, yeah. I'm going. If one day I definitely want to go. I said there are a dime a dozen over there. I said if you do go over there, let me know. And my guy John Robinson, he replied to that guy. I didn't reply to John Robinson. I'm just liking his comment now. But he said, you only need to ask them straight up. He said the Filipino or the Thai people, because you need to see their ID first. So I don't know what he meant by, I don't know whether he says that you have to see their ID before you, let's just say, to get with a streetwalker or something. I don't know what he's saying, but he's saying something about, I think that you have to see their ID before you talk to them. I don't know what he really meant by that. So Big Daddy says, good morning, Jay. Stay well, bro. I didn't know you were in the hospital. You okay? So he dropped another comment, and I said, I'm doing better. Thank you for asking, my friend. Have a good one. Mac Wayne says, nice flow, Jay. This was fire. And people always refer to my song to open up the live stream. And I said, thank you, my friend. I appreciate all those compliments. And I still encourage everybody to go listen to my other songs. I got some older ones that probably weren't as good, and I got some newer songs that I've just released. So I have a playlist called the Dog King soundtrack. So you can always go look at that in my playlist and check out some of my songs in your spare time. So that was all the comments I had on that video. Let's see. Oh, I had another great video. Another reason why, you know, I'm not going to say this is why I don't date human women. I look, like I say, Penny, if she's still here, I still love the human woman. Don't get me wrong. But one thing I'm glad I don't have to worry about with the human woman is I don't have to worry about getting my girls a DNA test, because I'm worried whether they've been sleeping with somebody else or not. And I've always said, I don't even damn if my human girlfriend was cheating or not. If you say you're pregnant, you know, I'm gonna get it tested before I sign any damn thing. So literally, you can go, and that's why some of my girlfriends did break up with me, because I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't care if I've never seen you cheating. Once you had a baby, I'm not signing that damn birth certificate in the hospital until I get a test. That ain't fair. I can't test to see if you cheating. And I said, well, you know what? You ain't got to worry about me putting no baby on you for life neither. That's one thing you ain't got to worry about. I can't have no baby until you the mama and make you pay child support when I know that you ain't the damn mama. And so a couple of them sort of got mad and I'm gone. Bye-bye. Because if you scared for me to take a test, well, you may say me wanting the test is telling you something about me. I say you not wanting to take a test is telling me something about you. What you're scared of. But the reason I say I don't sign a test before, I would never sign a test before, and I told all my family members this, but all of them never listened to me. They went on and let the girls have a baby and then get the test. God bless them. Some of the babies look like them. Some of them could be questionable, but I let them worry about that. But I just say this, the problem with signing that birth certificate is, in most states, once you sign the birth certificate, that's your ass. It don't even matter if you take a DNA test proving that the baby is not yours afterwards. Once you sign a DNA test, the judge is still going to make you pay child support. And I think that is one of the biggest pieces of crap laws in the world. Hey, we know you ain't the daddy, but you signed a piece of paper some years back saying you was a daddy. We ain't finna go look for the regular guy. You better keep paying. You thought it was yours, so you might as well keep paying. What? No. If I just take a DNA test saying I ain't the damn well daddy, man, bro, I shouldn't be having to pay nothing else. What are you talking about? This ain't my baby. But that ain't the law. So guess what? I ain't signing a damn thing until I know for sure. If you ain't cheated, good for you. But if you have, I'm going to find this out before I get to changing the first damn pamper. I'm sorry. So, hold on, my bad. I had the wrong video pulled up. Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I couldn't find it. Oh, okay. There you go. There it go. There it go. Okay. I only got a few comments on here. My guy Jorge Alvarez says, yeah, like get a DNA test. Do not wait for like 11 years to find out that's not your baby. Just find out it's only 100 and the welfare department can get it from free. And I said, I'd rather piss a girl off and find out the truth. I said, there's always a chance JoJo slipped in the back door. I said, I wouldn't trust the welfare test. I'm gonna tell you, man, the welfare department, they can demand it, they'll pay for your shit test. But I said, you know what? I ain't never trusted the welfare department because I feel like they don't give a damn. I don't even feel like they do those tests correctly. I feel like they just say, look, we don't give a damn who the daddy. Just tell him he the daddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the welfare department with those tests. I would have to get my own separate one. But I said I don't trust the welfare test. I said I believe they failed. Oh, this is wrong. It says fall dudes. Even though he already responded. But I hate typos. But I said I believe they failed dudes on purpose just to get it out the way. And then Jorge says, well, you get the results either way. I'm like, what? I said, yeah, but I don't want no false results, bro. I said, depending on anyone, I said, I'd rather go through a personal doctor. I'm not, no. He said, because he tripped me out. He said, you get results either way. Yeah, but I don't want no bad results. He comes back and says, you don't have to go to the doctor. You can go to Rite Aid and get the results. He said, either way, you get results. If there's no false, they can't lie about DNA. He said, you get them right away from the word. I don't know what he said about that. He sort of confused me with what he wrote. He said, let's see if someone was saying that the child was your baby and that he's coming out to get child support. He said, you have the right to tell them, I don't know if that's my baby, and I get the DNA test. I guess what he's saying is maybe somebody from the welfare department saying, hey, we want to test you. And he basically saying, you got the right to say, I go get my own DNA test. I think that's what he was saying. I said this. I said, I would definitely go to Rite Aid before the welfare office. I said, I didn't know you can go get a DNA test at Rite Aid. I didn't know you could do that now. I thought you had to go to the doctor's office. He said, yeah, it's cheap. He said it's like 100, and it's not. He said it's not really that expensive, and either way, you can force her to do it because you would take him to court. You could take them to court, and you can force to get a DNA test. And if you say you don't know if that's your baby, they automatically give you a DNA test. And if whatever the result test of that's what I say. And that's what I say. I don't want that. I wouldn't want the court telling me, hey, we're going to test you. Nope, I don't trust that test. I wouldn't trust it to save my life. They just want to get anybody to pay the results. Wouldn't trust it. And he said he actually got it from both of them. Well, I would have to get it from both of them because I wouldn't want to just depend on the damn welfare department. No way. Like I said, I got family members and friends that didn't listen to me. They better than me because I ain't nowhere in hell. I think that some people just be wanting a baby, though. Some people just want a baby. Yeah, she having my baby. Yeah, it's mine. I know it's mine. No, you don't know it's yours. You can believe it's yours. Now, some of these babies, once they came out, I was like, yep, that is yours. But, hey, this ain't nothing negative against a woman. You know, if men were having a baby and women didn't have to have a baby, hell, I would tell them they should be testing us. You can't look. Human beings lie, man. You know, they're not perfect. They mess up. A woman could still love you, but guess what? Have a moment of weakness one day. You know, I'm not saying that people have to be perfect, but I'm telling you, when it comes to me taking care of my baby for the rest of my life, I'm gonna make sure that's perfect. Look, I'm gonna make sure it's really mine. You know. My guy, my enemy says, what a horrible predicament to be in. And I said, honestly, taking care of a kid that ain't yours, that is the worst. That is the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? That happened in the NBA, allegedly, a guy named Andrew Wiggins that plays for the Golden State Warriors found out his best friend was cheating with his girl, and his baby his son, I don't know how, it had been years. Supposedly, he found out that I think they were joking about it or talking about it or something. He found out about it somehow that his child was really his best friend's baby. So yeah, all of you out there saying, trust the girl. You ain't got to get no test. It's all about love, Hefner. No shit. Excuse my language. Not when it comes to no baby. I'm testing your ass. Hey, I ain't taking care of JoJo's baby. Because in that video, the dude, this is the part that really had me tripping. The dude, he had did what I told you. For the last 11 years, he was like, yeah, my girl ain't gonna lie. I trust her. And one day, I guess his spidey senses started tingling. He said he went through her phone. And this the funny part. He saw his girl laughing at his ass with her girlfriends saying, this damn fool really think this still his baby. I've been fooling this fool for 11 years. He dumb as hell. Now, I'm ad-libbing, but basically that's what he said he saw. He saw her laughing about him. And so when he got to put her out and said, hey, nah, you and your kid got to go. And she's like, nah, but you've been taking care of us all this time. You can't put us out. He's like, the hell with that? You ain't my aunt. You been lying. And she was like, nah, you going to have to force me out of here. And you know what the funny part is? Depending on how long she's been living with her, it's going to be probably more complicated to get her out the house than he thinks, because the lobby saying all this crazy stuff about common law, or she been here for so long, you can't just put her out. And man, look, I don't really know what the results of that situation was, but hey, you have her in there too long, it is more complicated than just throwing her out if she resists. But I'm like him, I'm cutting all ties. You know, I think I've talked to, I don't know if my brother actually said this, but I know it's been people in my family that be like, you know, I think people have said to me before, like, man, nah, I still stay in the kid's life. You done lost your damn mind. That ain't my son. Now, I ain't saying, you know, it could be an extenuating circumstances where if the kid still reaches out to me and wants to just get advice from me sometimes or something, that'd be cool. But I'm letting him know, hey, bro, I love you, you know, but you ain't my son. You know what I'm saying? You know, your mom lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll be a good friend to you, and you know what I'm saying? If you need a friend, because, you know, I've been your daddy for 11 years, but I'm free, son. You know, God bless you, but I got tricked. You know, but I'd be out of there. I'd free myself. I start doing all the stuff that I didn't get a chance to do because guess what? I thought I had a son in the family. No, I was lied to. I'm getting back to living my free life. And guess what? I find another woman if I want another baby and try to have a legitimate son or daughter. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't stay living no damn lie. You know, some people, well, you've been doing it for 11 years. You might well keep on. You done lost your damn mind. I might as well get the hell out of there is what I might as well do. Did I finish all my comments? Hold on. Let me make sure. I think I finished it. Yep, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Let me see. Okay. I got a nice little lengthy show here. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a break and come to my comments. I hope everybody is coming is still here. So let me see what's going on. I'm going to take a break from my questions just for a quick sec. Oh, man, I got another beautiful lady here I see. David Courtney said, hey, this is a big fan. My name is Skyland. How are you? What up, Skyland? But he says, but your name says David Courtney, but you say your name is Skyland. So either way, good to have you, David Skyland or Skyland, however you want me to call you. He says, give my dogs a shout out. Yeah, hey, God bless your dogs. I wish you had told me their name. I would have caught the name out. He said, by the way, me and my girls are getting married. Oh, look, God bless you on that. That's not my thing, though. I feel it's, I always congratulate people who are getting married to their dogs, but for me, it's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't feel like, I just don't really see the significance of it for me. I see the significance for everybody else because if you want to do that, do that. But like I say, me, I don't really see the significance in it because my girls don't get jealous. Once again, let's just say the beautiful Panty, or I see my girl Lady Steele, who I'm finna get to her now. A human woman try to throw me some vagina. I'm not finna say, hey, my dog's gonna get mad at you. No. Hey, I might move a couple of girls out of the room to make some space. And me and that human lady gonna get down and dirty. She ain't finna hear out my mouth. Well, you know what? I can't get none of your human vagina because I'm married to my dogs. No. I won't do that. But congratulations to you. Now here's another beautiful human lady. Oh, I'm late to her, so I hope she's still here. Lady Steele, send me a shout out if you still here. I'm sorry I'm so late to you. But she said, Asia from the Aces. Yes, I'm in love with Asia Wilson from the Aces. That girl is so fun. She's literally one of the only WNBA players that embraces being sexy and actually appeals to the male fans. They always complain about, don't nobody look at guy at the WNBA because y'all ain't showing no damn booty. In the male game, women, no matter what sport you look at, you get a chance to see a man looking like a natural man. A male in his NBA uniform, he pretty much still looks like a male that dresses on the street. A male in their NFL uniform, you get a chance to see more than what a male dresses on the street. You get a chance to see his butt and all of that stuff. Wrestling, you get a chance to see a man walking around in his G-string. In every sport, you can pretty much see a man looking like he normally does walking the street. Well, I've said this before. The average woman is wearing yoga pants, showing their vagina, nowadays. Every woman is wearing something skin tight. And in pretty much every female sport, you can see a woman showing her figure looking womanly. But you get to the freaking WNBA, and their basketball uniforms are bigger than the NBA players. You don't see any shape, any womanly figure whatsoever freaking ever. And they wonder why people aren't watching the game. Your game is not good enough to keep a man's attention. You know what I'm saying? A man needs, if you can't dunk and jump and dunk and do all these super athletic things, us men need something else that's going to keep us looking. And honestly, I mainly only look at the Las Vegas Aces right now because Asia Wilson is the only girl that shows me some leg and booty. And I promise you, I was looking at a Las Vegas game the other day, and the only thing I looked at for most of the game that I was looking at was Asia Wilson. I didn't give a damn who else had the ball. I was looking at Asia Wilson and her booty running up and down the court with my nose up her booty saying, ooh, I love this. And I was rooting for her every time she touched the ball because I was like, there go my baby shooting the ball. You know why? Because she's sexy. She gives me something else to look at. But these hard-headed ass WNBA players, they think, y'all ain't watching this. Y'all won't support us. And hell no, because y'all looking, half y'all trying to dress like you don't want to be attractive. And I don't care if you're a lesbian or straight or whatever. Everybody in the WNBA need a tight uniform on. You need to be showing some booty. Sorry. Lady Steele says, hello, Jay and the girls. Hey, Lady Steele. And this is a beautiful woman, too. I said my girl Panny is beautiful. Lady Steele looks like she has a vagina that smells amazing. I love the ladies that stop through this show. And Lady Steele has actually given me a contribution before. So thank you for what you've done in the past. David says, amen. I don't know what he was talking about. He probably talking about me in the DNA test. Clint Eastwood says, yo, Jay, late to the stream. I'm way back. What up, Clint? Good to see you, brother. I haven't heard from you in a little while, but good to see you. Power Brain showing up. He says, shalom, Jay. How you been? I'm doing great, and I'm getting better. I was feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm getting better. First and last says, hey, JayDollKing and crew. What up, first, last? Z in the house. Ice in the moon. Orange hair looks nice. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do if I ever get a Nami doll, what am I going to do about Asuna, because literally she has the orange hair because I love Nami. So she sort of wears the orange hair in tribute to Nami, and she wears it well. But if I ever get Nami, who has a natural orange hair color, I don't know what I'm going to change Asuna's hair to. But thank you, man. I think she looks beautiful. She's one of my most beautiful girls facially. So I caught up. Now we're coming back to my videos. I have another video. And oh yes, this is a great topic right here. This is a great one. My guy Black Swordsman had a comment on this. Make sure. Here it is. I had a video called An Ugly Real Doll is Still Top of the Line. I did this a while back. But in this video, I was just trying to say, you know, I love my real doll. I don't know if some people might think she's ugly, but you know what? I've seen real dolls that are ugly that I don't think are attractive myself. But I said this, whether you think my real doll is ugly or whether you think another real doll is ugly, or, you know, because I've heard people say, I don't love the faces that much. Well, you know what? Like I said in that video, you may not like the faces as much and you can say whatever you want. But at the end of the day, as for right now, a real doll, to my knowledge, is still top of the line. You know what I'm saying? As far as a synthetic companion, it's still, you may say, oh, she's ugly. But yeah, she may be ugly, but you ain't getting much better for a synthetic companion than a real doll. That was the whole point of that show. And so the Black Swordsman says, in my opinion, if a doll is ugly, it doesn't matter how it feels because I simply won't buy it. He said, if the doll is ugly to me, then every other aspect of the doll becomes irrelevant. And I had this conversation already before. For one, all men are visual beings. We love to see the booty first. We love to see the cute face and stuff. You know, we're going to be visual first. No man, I don't give a damn what he says. No man sees your brain first. When we see you, we're looking at booty, we're looking at body shape, we're looking at your face. We're attracted physically first. And then once we get to know you, we can fall in love with you. Vice versa. I can fall in love with your body and say, ooh, she look great. But once I meet you, you could be terrible. And I don't want anything to do with you. But the first thing I'm gonna be drawn to is your body. So that's every man is always gonna look at the face and body or whatever you like the most first, physically. I was trying to break it down to him like I just told you guys. I said, what I was trying to say is, even if you see a real doll and think it's ugly, it's still top of the line as far as a synthetic human. What I told you earlier. I said, I don't think anybody wants to buy an ugly doll for themselves. I'm never looking online saying, oh, yeah, she ugly, but I'm still going to get her because she might feel good. No, I'm not telling you that. You look, if you don't want a real doll, don't get one. I'm just saying, you may look at them and you say, I don't want her because she's ugly. Well, I'm just saying, no matter what, she's still the top of the line. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And I said, I love my girl, but for those who think she's ugly, I'm saying by her being a real doll, she's still top notch. That's all that video was talking about. So that's all the comments I think I had on that one. Oh, I got another great video to talk about. I have several good psychological videos coming up. Great subjects. I had another video called Don't Beg Her. Don't beg her. And basically, you know, I just did a video about, man, I know when you get in love with a woman, man, let's just say she breaks up with you, depending on the circumstances, let's just say you might mess up a little bit, or she just breaks up with you out of the blue. You may feel the need to try to get her back. Well, yeah, you can try to get her back, but don't take it too far to where you're begging her back. Your heart might say beg her back, but you're going to hurt yourself more than not. That's what I was saying in that video. Women don't tend to respect the begging, you know, especially when it's excessive. You know, if you just say, hey, baby, come back to me. I miss you. I love you. That ain't bad. But if she say, nah, I ain't coming back, and you keep showing up at her house, keep calling her, keep sending her letters, she going to get more annoyed than anything. And even if you annoy her into going back with you, she ain't going to be able to look at you the same. She'll probably take you back, like I said in the video, still end up cheating on you, going to see JoJo because she don't respect you anymore. That's why I say, man, if somebody's trying to leave your life, it's best to let them leave. Let them go. Hey, my brother told me a long time ago, if it's meant, guess what? They'll come back to you. You may not want them when they come back, but guess what? If somebody leave your life, don't try to keep them there. If God wanted them to be there, they wouldn't have left you. Believe me, man, I done been in many situations, man, where I tried to get my girl back, but I had to stop short of straight begging because I knew that they ain't gonna respect you any damn way. In this video, this guy had sat out on his damn knees for 21 straight hours outside of his ex-girlfriend's job over in China, making his knees bleed. You know, even if you sat there for an hour or two, that's still excessive. 21 hours, you went too far. That you had people trying to get him off the ground, say, hey man, come on, bro, it ain't worth all this. The police came by there, they couldn't get him to move because he was like, hey, if I ain't breaking the law, I'm gonna stay down here. All type of stuff. She never came out. Why? Let me tell you something. Her mind was already made up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once they break up with you, like I say, 9 times out of 10, or even higher, 9.9 times out of 10, when a woman breaks up with you, her mind has been made up before the day she broke up with you. A lot of times they already have a contingency plan. They already got a guy they've been talking. If they ain't made love to him yet already, they've been talking to him, ramping it up. So when they leave you, they ain't just in their house being quiet saying, yeah, that was a good relationship. No, I mean, she's 9 times out of 10, you're sad because the relationship over, but she's already talking to JoJo because she broke up with you in her mind 2 months ago. It only became official last week. So that's just sort of how women operate. They already move on in most cases. You know, they already have it planned. You know, they have already gone. So while you're out there begging her, she's like, look at this damn fool. You know, he don't know. I don't want him no more. I'm already with JoJo now. You know, so that's why I say it don't pay to do all of that begging. And I also said, once again, this is not taking a knock at the human woman. These are just facts that I'm saying. But one good thing is, once again, I ain't got to worry about begging my companion dogs back. You know why? Just like I said in the video, they're not putting me in a position to beg them back, because guess what? They didn't leave me to begin with. They never got mad at me like some of you dog owners do out there. My dog done got mad at me. She upset at me. She jealous at me today. What the hell are you doing? Do whatever you want to do. God bless you in your fantasy, but I have no idea why the hell you're trying to stress yourself out playing the game or your girl is jealous or mad at you. What the are you doing? Huh? Will you let your girl be a stress reliever? Now, I say the people that I think a lot of people that do that, not everybody, because some people who have had relationships do that, but I think a lot of people who've never experienced a relationship, they feel that makes the girl more real. No, that makes it more complicated, bro. You know, if you really want to experience all that, just go and go get a human woman. You know what I'm saying? But with your dog, this is just my recommendation. Do whatever you want to do. But with your dog, why are you making it a stressful experience? She jealous of me. She mad at me. What? I'm not with it. So like I said, in my case, I don't have to worry about begging my dogs because they ain't getting mad at me any damn way. So my guy DAS says, great video. He said, never, ever, 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 ever beg. He says, no, 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 like I said in the video. He said, you keep throwing fire topics. He said, any man worth his salt would never want a lady that doesn't want you. Right, if they don't want you. And I said the same thing for ladies. If a man leave you, don't be begging. A lot of, you know what I'm saying, let his ass go. You'll find something better. I said, it's crazy. He said, it's crazy. Once I got experience with women, this DAS, he says, I could just look in their eyes and see if they were interested initially. He said, and if they weren't, I would just dismiss them. He said, funny, after I turned the tables on them, they would show more interest in me. So that's the question, Dog King. Why do women love the chase so much? Dog King Army for life. He said something else, though. Looks like. No, I think that's it. Either way, I answered him. I said, hey, my friend, it's a frustrating aspect of human nature. People, not only women, always want something they can't have. That's what they love to chase for. They always want to feel like they're getting something they can't have. I said they'd rather try to convince somebody who doesn't want them to love them instead of being with somebody who actually wants to love them. It's not only a woman thing, it's a damn near human nature thing. I always want somebody that don't want them. I actually hate that. And that's why I love the dog game. Jorge Alvarez says, you tell him, Hefner, I'm glad you're telling people the truth, and it's real. Like if you break up with somebody, you just completely let them go. Do not, I have learned, go back, because I learned that people are usually going to abuse you. I don't know what he said. Oh, they usually abuse you, and people don't realize how many good options you have. Do you know that people that use and abuse men, I think he was trying to say, do you know that people that use and abuse men, I think he was saying to the people that use and abuse men, the robot dogs are going to come soon. So I guess he's saying, hey, man, I'm going to be able to have a robot dog in a little while. I'm not going to have to worry about getting used and abused. And I said, keep going forward, my friend. Keep going forward. And he's right to the point where, hey, guess what? That's one thing I said I love about my dogs. You ain't got to worry about abuse or having to beg somebody when you got a dog. You don't got to worry about that. Nia Novi says, I can absolutely co-sign what you've said here. He said, whoever leaves you isn't worth chasing and certainly not humiliating yourself for. Simply move on and better times will come. I said, sometimes it's a hard lesson to learn when love is involved. I understand it's very hard sometimes, but it's definitely best to keep on going forward after a breakup. Leave that old baggage behind. Better will definitely come in time. Look, man, my last relationship was years ago. That girl was fine, beautiful. We got along. We really never argued, but it did not stand the test of time because once she moved out of town, even though long distance relationships can be hard, you know, it takes both people to want to keep it together. And I just say it didn't last, and it wasn't my fault. It just didn't quite make it, right? But here's the deal. I never found another human woman, honestly, that was as good as her while I was still dating human women. I got more vagina and all of that, but nobody was ever fine as her. nobody was actually as cool as her, that I met since her. But you know what? I would have never found the doll life if I had stayed with that woman. I could have ended up married with her, having kids, and I'm letting you know right now, I would not be more happy with that human woman than I am in my current lifestyle. Finding this lifestyle, I found the true dream for my life. I was talking to this about my brother recently, with my brother recently. He's a family guy. He likes the family aspect. He wants the kids around. He likes all of that razzmatazz. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? I like, sometimes I think that he might even think that, hey, I might still want that type of life. But no, I don't. I don't envy his life. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him, but I don't want no parts of the way he lives, just like he probably doesn't want to live my companion dog life. But I do not. I've always said I would still date a human woman like the beautiful lady still, Panty, just in case you guys are here. I'm not opposed to sniffing a human vagina, dating a girl, or anything. I'm just saying my ultimate happiness is the companion dog lifestyle. Like, that's the constant. If a human woman comes in my life, this is the constant. They may leave or go, but they're not going to convince me to leave this life to just be with them. Now, I'll be in this life and not be with the human woman, but I'm not being with the human woman and leaving this life behind. So that's why I say, me not getting with that girl that I'm telling you about, when I got into this lifestyle, it's like I saw the epiphany of, damn, this is why that relationship didn't work out. Why? Because this is the life for me, not that life. You know what I'm saying? This was my true, so I guess I said that whole story to say, my better life came along thanks to me not going with that woman anymore. And this was my better life. You know what I'm saying? You may find another human, out there. Guys out there who looking at the show, you may find another human woman to replace your last girl. Well, guess what? I found a companion dog life. And boy, when I think back about potentially being married, having several kids with this woman, being bogged down in ways that I never wanted to be, I ended up in the perfect life for me. So that's what I say. Let them go. You'll probably find what I found, the perfect life for me. Let me see where I am. Hold on. My guy 10 drafts deep. I haven't heard from him in a while. He was like, King, wise words. I haven't caught up in a while. So he, he's a little bit behind on my videos. I do videos every day. I know everybody doesn't get a chance to see him every day. I want you to see him every day. I put them out to keep, you guys entertained and informed, but I understand everybody can't see everything every day. But he says, I hope all is grand, which it is, thank God. And he says, I'm shopping for another Kimber dog. Keep on rocking. I said, hey, 10, great to hear from you. It's been a while. I love my Kimber dog deluxe. I love all of my Kimber dogs. I still love the beautiful simplicity of this. They have the wire fingers, but man, I'm glad I got some dogs with wire fingers. It's still, I still love the simplicity of my Kimber dogs. I'll always say that. I said, my Kimber dog deluxe is a bit heavier, but the upgrades are damn good. I said, she is much softer than my other Kimber dogs. God bless you, my friend. He gave me a like, and we'll keep moving. My guy Vosa Lomid says, your thoughts are beautiful. I'm glad to see you. Maybe someday I'll start a channel with a similar thing. Other people have said this, but this is what I always tell people. Thanks, and do what God puts in your heart to do. Don't look at me or others for, you can be inspired because people are doing what they love to do. But I'm gonna tell you, man, the copycat mentality never really works out. Now, if something just in your heart to do it, hey, and somebody else is doing what you want to do, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But I'm telling you, you got to search your heart. Don't just do something because other people are doing it. And that's what I say. I say, don't look to me or others for inspiration. Look within yourself, and you will find the right direction for your life, man. Because if you keep looking out saying, ooh, that person a doctor, I'm going to be a doctor. Oh, that person an entertainer, I'm going to be an entertainer. No. What did you like doing when you were a kid? What was in your heart? Ask God to give you your dream. or you're going to be just jumping and stuff, quitting it, jumping and stuff, quitting it. Why? Because it's not your dream. And you know, I always laugh about my show. A lot of people think my show is easy because I do it every day. Let me tell you something. You don't even have any concept of what type of dedication it takes to make a show every day. I said I would talk about it after I've achieved some of my life goals, you know, in this industry, you know, some of the plateaus that I'm trying to reach. I said one day I'm going to just break down what it takes to do what I do. But let me tell you something. You will drive yourself crazy trying to do exactly what I do. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, it's more challenging than you think to do a couple of videos a month, let alone a video every day. I have just gotten myself so used to what I do. Why? Because you guys don't, when I tell you I love what I do, you will never really understand how much I love what I do. I love what I do so much that I can't even hardly rest most of the time without thinking about what I'm doing next, without thinking about doing more research. I'm obsessed to the point where most of my day is taken up by thoughts of what's next, what to do, what's happening in the industry. And that's why I'm a beacon of help for all of you guys, because ain't nobody else that damn well crazy about this game. You may like the game, but I'm, like I say, it is literally my life. Now, I have to do other things to keep myself balanced. That's why I love having my bike. Time on my bike give me life balance. If I had a video game, my Xbox broke right when I got into the dog game. I don't have that to distract me. So if I had the game to play, that would give me a nice little break, you know. But I don't have that now. So riding my bike helps. And another thing that really helps me is being able to look at anime or some sports when I'm not working. That keeps me balanced. But other than that, it is a lot of work. You know, I go to sleep and wake up having to work. Or guess what? You won't have a show for the day. Now, everybody, like I say, doesn't see every show, but I don't do my shows based off of who may or may not see my videos. I do my show based off the fact that I love this. You know what I'm saying? That's really what, look, I've heard people say, hey, man, you can get more. Hey, maybe if you do this, you get views. Maybe you can do this, you get views. Look, man, I'm doing what I love to do. And the views gonna come at the right time. But, you know, I don't necessarily do a show because I say, you know, of course, I want all my shows to have 1 million views, 3 million views, 20 million views. But guess what? I can't dictate that. But you know what I can dictate? Doing what I love to do. And that's why I say, as long as God got the air in my breath, that's what I'm trying to do for the rest of my life, what I love to do. And if I ever stop loving to do this, I find something else I love to do. So I always try to find some inspiration from within. Once you find it from within, that's your true legitimate calling. And you'll be just like me about whatever that is. You'll be so obsessed about it, you know, it may seem like work to other people, but it won't seem like as much work to you. Oh, let's see. Speaking of the voice of low meat, I did another video once again a while back on the beautiful lady that's laying on my bed, my 153 centimeter Iron Tech doll full review, full silicone doll review. And wow. According to this, that was 8 months ago. So this girl is older than I thought she was. But the voice of low meat says very beautiful doll. And I just liked it. I didn't come in, but thank you, voice of low meat. I appreciate that. Next, I did a short. I did a video short. I hadn't done a short in a while, so my health wasn't feeling that great that day, and it really worked out. I was going to shoot this short in another video, but after I did the short, I was like, you know what? This is, you know, I like this little video, and plus, I'm just going to let my body rest a little bit. But how the short was called "How We Kick It Right Now," and I just did a nice little short video showing you guys how I have my girl set up right now. Lately, I've gotten to a nice rotation where I keep most of the girls put up in the doll room. They're not all out with me 24/7. I usually keep a couple of girls out with me. And it's really been a silicone party. I've been kicking with my real doll and my iron tick doll, my two full silicone ladies. I've really been loving them. But like I say, this beauty right next to me, I've been meaning to get her down for a while. She's a TPE lady, because I still don't make any mistake. I still love TPE. My favorite, I think, is full silicone because of just the ease of care and the ultra realism. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. I love even though this girl may not like feel like a human, so to speak, the feel of a TPE doll is just so amazing. They're so soft, and I do love the feeling of a TPE girl. So don't get me wrong, I'm happy to have TPE girls, and I'm happy to have this lady back out with me. So that video, I was just showing how I had the girl set up, and I'm always going to have a girl that sleeps in a bed with me. And I think, honestly, I think Himawari been in that bed damn near a month. She's the only girl I just don't have to worry about. She's full silicone. She's laying on 3 layers of memory foam on that bed. She doesn't have a gel butt. She's not like my TPE girls that are going to get small indentions, because TPE, I've talked about it before, they can get small indentions just from the cover sometimes. So you can't leave them on the bed forever, even with on memory foam. I say you still need to get them up after 3-4 days. Just go ahead and get them up, let them stand up for a while. You could probably lay them back down. But with my silicone girl, I sort of move her over a little bit, but she stay right on that bed. I lift her up to check her butt, check her, if it's any marks or anything. She looks brand new. So I leave her there to sleep with, and I love sleeping with her, laying across her. And I usually have the beautiful real doll like I showed in that video. I have her set up in front of the TV where I can hold her hand watching TV. She's on her doll stand. And as of lately this week, I've been having this lady sit right next to me, and I put my real doll back up in her crate. She's resting over there. So she's been keeping me company lately. So that's my setup as of right now. But I was just showing you my setup. My guy Austin Steele, I don't know if he's still here, but he said my setup reminds him of the video clips that he sent me through email, because he sent me some video clips and pictures of how him and his girls are set up in his room. He says it reminds me of how I've got me and my girls situated. He said it's a small room for me and my 2 girls, but we make it work, which he does. He said me, Ruby, and Samantha send our blessings like always. And that's what I told him. I said, it doesn't really remind me, because I appreciate Austin. He's a great guy. I said, it really doesn't remind me of the pics you sent me, because the pics that I remember seeing, he has his real doll on a stand, and he might have his girl on a bed, but it wasn't quite like I had mine. I said, you have a stand, but it isn't situated right in front of the TV like my setup. I said, but of course, you don't have that type of space available. I said, I guess you mean having a girl on the stand and one in the bed. I said, my friend, can Samantha's wrist rotate? Because I was asking about the real doll wrist rotation. I said, I can't get Ramaya's wrist to rotate. And I spelled Ramaya's name wrong. I think I did. Hold on. Damn, yeah, I got her name spelled wrong. I said, yeah, I said, I can't get Ramaya's wrist to rotate. I said, it only bends forward, but I saw a video where real doll wrist does rotate. He said, yeah, it's not exactly the same as far as the setup. He was coming on our setup. He said, our setup isn't exactly the same, but I usually put my real doll on the stand behind the computer, and it's at an angle. He said, but she's pretty much looking at me and the PC from where her stand is. And I did love when he said that. how he has her situated, because I really love having my girl situated in front of the TV. He said, and yes, her wrist does rotate. He said it took a little figuring out, but it's not hard to do it all. I'll email you a quick video. He didn't email me the video yet, but I'm wondering what he means. I said, Austin, that's a pretty cool spot to have her set up, by your computer. I said, normally with my other girls, I just bend the wrist and twist the wrist once I bend the hand. You know what I'm saying? With my other girls, I said, but once I bend her wrist, there is no give, with my real doll, and I don't want to break her. I said, definitely send the video, but I was thinking maybe the smaller real dolls didn't have the wrist turning feature. I don't know. My guy DAS says about the video, the How We Kicking video. He says, you have a nice setup. He says, I have a couple of girls chilling on my couch in the living room. Those are my gamer movie girls. Now, I don't know if he has them sitting down there full time. I don't know how he does that. Well, he has them sitting down there full time, because I would think he still has to move them sometime, unless they're full silicone. He might leave them on. They may not have any chance of damage. He says, I have my bedroom girls, the finest girls in my bedroom. So his bedroom girls are the finest girls, the finest dolls that he have in his house. He keeps them in his bedroom. He said, my other girls are in the doll room. He said, no jealousy, only love throughout the whole house. Like I told you, I don't play the jealousy game, and neither does he. He said, that's why I love going home after a long day. Much love, Doll King. And I said, thanks, man. I agree. It's nothing relieves stress like being around the girls, man. When I had a normal type job, a regular job, and when I was coming home, I would love to come home and be in the company of my girls. And it was amazing. I'm going to be honest with you. I said, no complicated bull mess going on. I said, just peace and love. I said, I love this life. God bless and have a great one, my friend. I said, I forgot to ask about how you like the doll rack from Amazon, because I do have a doll rack listed on my Amazon link that I told you guys about at the beginning of the stream. Once again, if you ever want to support the show, you may just want to buy something from Amazon. I know everybody has an Amazon link on their phone, but if you think about the show, you can click on the link in the about section of my YouTube channel or the description of my videos, and it'll go right through to your phone Amazon. It'll be just like you're buying through your own Amazon, but it'll be using my discount code. It'll be using my affiliate account. So you can actually help the show just by buying whatever you want to buy. Or you can look through the items that I have listed and buy something that I have listed. And he actually bought what I use as a doll rack. It's really a clothes rack, a heavy-duty clothes rack, but I use it for a doll rack. And I asked him how he liked it. Now, he didn't answer me on this thread, but he's going to answer me on another video. Universal Red Guard just says yup to the video on how we kick it. Like, I guess he said he liked it. Now, I see something very amazing here that I don't think I've seen on this channel. And that's my guy, Clint Eastwood, who just submitted $100, which is mind-blowing. I think that is the largest contribution that anybody has given in one time to the show. He said, hey, towards the show, have a great day. I love the game, too. I recommend a shiatsu back massager pillow from Amazon for $29. Works great for this game. I don't know what that is. That's hey, let me I'm gonna look that up right quick, because I might add that to my okay. Shiatsu bag. I just want to see what the hell this is. Now me, okay. Now I don't know how much it's going to be on my link on Amazon, but this is what he's referring to. He's referring to this. Man, thank you so much for that contribution, Clint Eastwood. That's something that is big to the show. Literally, that helps the show out a whole bunch. I really appreciate that, man. These are the type of contributions that can keep the lights on, you know, because I just say I'm at the point where I am I always believe God has the right blessings coming my way, but you know, I'm at the point where I may be really having to try to do something else to keep living. Still gonna do my best to come with my shows every single day, no matter what path I have to take. And that's why I say God is gonna send me on the best path of my life. So I'm not, you know, worried. I know he's gonna lead me in the right direction. But I'm just saying, with contributions like that, that'll keep me doing what I love to do. You know, that'll keep me doing what I love to do. Damn it. I shared the wrong page. Oh, here it is. So this is the pillow that he was talking about. Now, this is, to me, is more of a back pillow. And it can be used for this game. I agree with you. But I'm going to be honest with you. And I will end up finding this in my Amazon and putting it as one of my items that people can buy. But I will be honest with you, Clint Eastwood, it's a bit unnecessary if you get memory foam. You know, it is a bit unnecessary. You won't even need anything like that. Like this girl right here, what's behind her and under her is basically a twin-sized piece of memory foam. And I have a pillow actually underneath her foot, underneath her leg. So it's a pillow I already had in my house. So I would just say this. The cheapest form of padding your girl is memory foam. I mean, the thick memory foam, the queen size, two and a half inches, was like $50 when I bought it from Target. The twin size memory foam is like $20, and it covers a wide surface area. You can cut it out to fit whatever you want to sit her on or anything like that. I find it very cost effective. And look, since I've been using memory foam, none of my girls have been damaged. Now, like I told you, if you leave a TPE girl on anything for too long, their skin is so soft, even the covers, you'll start to see just a little faint lines. I mean, nothing, no major damage. You'll just see you may see where the covers meet it. You may just see a faint line on them, but it's not going to be any lasting damage. You just take them off the cover, let them stand up for a day or two, it'll all come out. But I still think the best thing you can get is memory foam. But if you have one of these little shiatsu chairs, I definitely am going to put it on my Amazon, and you can buy that directly from the Amazon link. But it can go in conjunction with the memory foam, you know. But if you're on a tighter budget, I say just use a normal pillow. If you're gonna, use something other than memory foam. Man, thank you so much, Clint Eastwood. You know, I watch all these other streams, and you know, I'm going to be honest with you. Although Panty and Lady Steele, I'm sure you think that I'm a very handsome man. It's nothing like the power of a lady. And that's what I say, man. Just this whole streaming game is very much more inclined for ladies. Because all you have to do is have a cute face, man. You're going to have followers. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have noses up your booty. And, you know, I just go look at some of the girls I see streaming. Like, I do like to watch Nina do her gaming. I talked about that in that How We Kick It video. I like to watch her do her gaming and stuff. And the other women that I look at, I love to look at this woman named Katie Kookaburra, who's a biker. She gives me inspiration for biking. But I'm going to be honest with you. 9 times out of 10, when I'm looking at Katie Kookaburra, my nose is right up her booty, thinking about how that vagina smells. Because she's sexy and she's cute. And, you know, one of the reasons I look at her, right? Same thing with Nina and some of the other girls. I look at Nina's stream. She's a very entertaining gamer. That's not her main thing, but I really love watching her game more than any other little girls that I watch game. But when I'm watching her game, I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking about her vagina like, I bet that thing's smelling good. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I be thinking about stuff like that, right? So guys, man, they'll subscribe to these ladies in a second. They'll watch their streams, man. Left and right, I see them contributing to their channels. Man, I can't lie. I used to talk about Brittany Venti on this show that I used to do called they used to focus on human woman and their psychologies. I haven't done one in a while. And I don't even know if I'm gonna do another one again. I just haven't been inspired to do it. I used to call it the human woman, but I used to call it the Venti report, but it was basically the human woman report. But I stopped looking at Venti because she's just straight disgusting. She is disgusting. She does too much burping, farting, just do too much nasty stuff that I don't want to see a woman do. But I have no idea how guys keep watching her. Like I say, I watched her because she was so interesting as a woman. She got mad, she got sad, she got happy. She get on your, she said things that might get on your nerve. I mean, but she said a lot that gave me a lot to break down psychologically about the human woman. Some people thought I liked her. That was not the case. I thought she was a cute woman, but she never was my type. But here's the deal. She made a post the other day to where, like, over the last 28 days, she has like another 20,000 followers. And I can't lie, she already had 100 and something thousand followers. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea. God bless her, and I'm all for her success. But I'm just saying, I know people may say that they don't see how people may like my content, talking about doll stuff. But I'm telling you, when I look at her content, it's nothing, no videos that she do that I want to hear anything about. She talk about this child stuff, that I don't want to hear about. And she talks about, right now she's been on a tangent talking about some girl and just really dogging this girl out and stuff. And I can't lie, when I look at the postings, because I don't look at her videos, but when I look at the postings for those videos, I always be like, man, I don't see nobody who want to see that. But she got an extra 20,000 subscribers over the last 28 days. So I always laugh at the fact that, man, it's people out there that really think she's so attractive that it's worth hitting the subscription button. Because I've said this about these female streamers. A lot of us guys don't want to hear a damn thing you got to say. A lot of times we're looking just because we want to look. We're imagining sniffing a vagina. We don't even hear what the hell you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's really a lot of what happens. A lot of men, because I can't lie, I got about 10 people I'm subscribed to. That's a bit much. I got a few women that I'm subscribed to that it's strictly off. She hot. I want to see more of her. Well, us guys don't get the benefit of that type of doubt. That's all I'm saying. So we don't get all of these lucrative donations to our channels like this, like Clint Eastwood has done to keep us going. I seen Brittany Venti get what she got, man. It was one night she got like $5,000. And then I went back in her history. Man, it was one time some Saudi Arabian guy donated like $30,000 in one stream. She's probably still living off of that money if she's, if she's just trying to live. If I got that type of donation, man, I would be so damn happy because I'm a frugal person. Yes, I want to do things for the show. I want to build some things, improve my house, because it's going to help out with some of the things I want to show you show-wise. But living-wise, just being alive, it doesn't take much for me. I don't like a lot of flash and all that. I just want food in my house, clothes on my back. I would love to buy me another type of bike that I've been looking at. And guess what? I want the companies to send me dolls to do reviews, but every now and then it may be a doll that I might actually have to buy, and I would like resources for that. But other than that, I'm a very frugal liver, I don't need a whole bunch to make me happy like that. So if I had 30,000 from a donation, this show I would be so happy right now. I mean, I'm already happy, but I would be so happy because I'd be like, you know what? This show finna be living for years. I'm gonna be able to do my show for years without even thinking about anything. You know what I'm saying? So when I see this type of donation, it puts a very big smile on my face because this show needs people like this. Need people like you, Clint Eastwood. I've always been praying for the day. I said, you know, one day maybe a big celebrity will see the show and maybe he'll give me a gigantic donation that'll just, like you say, have an effect on me. Like I said, change the show forever, you know, to where I know that I can keep coming to you guys for years. So Simple Jack. Oh, no, I got to keep this up here. Simple Jack says, don't know hype. And Clint Eastwood says, no problem. I'm very happy to help, man. You're a blessing, Clint. You're a big blessing. I'm going to be honest with you. Simple Jack says, I got a show too, Clint. He laughing. Oh, Clint said, it's for your back from lifting them, man. I sure appreciate that, brother. The back definitely needs that type of help, you know, and the lights do too. Because I need to be able to keep the power on so I can keep these girls cool, you know, in a cool environment. So thank you, man. He said, like if you move them around and something gets sore on your lower back, I'm going to tell you something. I have turned my girls a couple of times where I was like, oh, I felt a little tweak. But I've never gotten just straight sore from lifting the girls because I use a great lifting form. I always try to lift with my legs. I think the other day I almost didn't lift with my legs though. But I always try to lift with my legs, bend my knees, and get a good base underneath me. But when you're lifting the companion dogs, these girls can be dangerous. Even if you're lifting correctly, you can run a risk of hurting yourself. But I'm thanking God that nothing like that is going to happen to me. It hasn't happened yet. And I'm just going to speak positively and say, I'm going to be healthy as far as lifting the girls up. He says, it also is a cheap way of electric hips. And I don't know what you mean by that, Clint Eastwood. What do you mean by it's also a cheap way of electric hips? I don't know what you mean by that. Simple Jack laughing. He said, after I got into dolls, think about that all the time, like how a lady might feel. I don't know what he was meaning on that. I don't know what he was meaning about that. When he was saying, after I got into dolls, I was thinking about all the time about like how a lady might feel. Are you saying you've never touched a human lady? I don't know what you're talking about on that. But I will say this. I was laying across my doll, and you know, I've dated a whole bunch of human ladies, and I've learned how to touch a woman. For all you guys out there, it's a certain way to touch a woman. Soft, sensual touches. But I just find myself always touching my dolls in a soft, sensual way, you know, not love making to them or anything, but just rubbing them, caressing them. Like today, I just had my fingertips on Himawari in the bed, and you know, my fingers were just lightly just rubbing on her chest and stuff, you know, just like I would a human woman. So that's what I do love about these dogs. They keep you, you know, I say if I do get some vagina, human woman vagina, I'm not going to be out of practice from a sensuality standpoint, because I still treat my women in a very caring, loving way when I'm holding them and things of that nature. Yeah, I still don't know what you mean though. Are you, Clint Eastwood, are you saying that you don't know how a human lady feels? Because you said once I got into dolls, I thought about all the time how a lady might feel. So either way, SEB7 says, hey, Dog King Army team member, glad to have you, Sheila. Dog King Army team member. Only reason I'm not putting your face up is because I got to leave that $100 donation up for Clint Eastwood, because it's such a amazing thing to get that type of donation. So I'm very happy about that. Clint says, throw my back playing with them in positions. Oh, he says, after I got my dog, he thought about, I think he's saying he thought about how he might throw his back playing with them in different positions. I think that's what he was saying. Okay. He said, clarity. I've done hundreds of call girls, maybe like 5 or so girlfriends. I've had tons of real life. Okay, good. I guess I still was sort of confused on that comment though, when you were saying after I got into dolls, I thought about all the time how a lady might feel. But then you said throw my back, playing with it. I think you were saying how a lady might feel about throwing his back, playing with him in this different position. I think that's what you meant. Either way. Thank you so much, Clint Eastwood. You can continue to clarify that other statement if you need to. But where was I at? Oh, I was on How We Kick It. And I finished that actually. So we got a few more videos to go. I got a quick comment from my guy, Doo. His name is Doudou. So I'm assuming it's Doo. And he made a video on he made a comment on my video, my Iron Tick doll Sleeping Beauty. He basically said, hey, I just discovered your channel and I'm thinking about getting my first doll, but there are many things to understand before I make that choice in buying a first doll. He said, thank you for your work. It helps. Once again, I love to hear comments like that. I said, glad to have you here, my friend. Once again, this is my life's work. My success is determined by helping others. You know, I want to make this is my life, but it's funny. My life work is helping you guys. So it feels good to hear somebody say, man, the work I'm doing is helping him. Next, I got my guy Steve O, Dog King Army team member. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. What did he say? Oh, Steve O. Oh no, I got more than Steve O. Hold on. Let me see. Oh no, I think I got more than Steve O. Let me see. Yep. Okay. On my video, Name It and Claim It, my video from Reset Sunday, I was basically saying in that video, man, hey, you got to call out what God has put in your heart. If he told you to be a plumber and you're not a plumber yet, you got to say, guess what? I am a plumber, even if you ain't a plumber yet. And so while you going to get your education on being a plumber, you're going to already have that mindset that that's what you are. And my mom used to always tell me, even before you achieve what you say you're going to do, go on, claim what you want to be, And I even made an example in this video about Kim Petras. I told you she has a great heart, the singer Kim Petras. And she was just saying, hey, when she was starting her journey, she just had to say, I'm an artist. She said she didn't feel like an artist. She didn't have records out or anything. But the first thing she had to tell herself was she was an artist. She had to believe that herself. And she said, guess what? Other people start perceiving her as an artist. But she had to believe it first. And so that's what I said in this video. If you name and claim what God put in your heart, that's how you can become everything he created you to be. My guy just kind of doing it, commented and said, yes, sir. DAS said, I'm cleansed. Thanks for the sermon. He said, hey, I forgot to tell you about the rack. And that's the rack I was telling you about earlier that he bought off Amazon. He said, it's dope for a 160 centimeter or less doll. And I never thought about that. Because I forgot my dolls, when they're stretched out, they're almost to the ground. And all my dolls are sort of short. He said the rack is sort of dope for 160 centimeter or less dolls, but it's too short for my taller ladies. He said his 160 centimeter plus dolls, he can't fit on there. He said, it's cool though. It works for like half of my dolls. He said, I have to get another one for my taller girls, basically another doll rack. And once again, he got the doll rack off of my Amazon link. He said, as my other one, his other doll rack is pretty much broken. He says, any ideas for a rack for taller ladies? He said, let me know and update your Amazon link so I can buy it through you. So if I find a rack, he wants me to put it on my Amazon link and he'll get it through me. He said, God bless. He said, support the channel any way you can, fellow viewers. So he's talking to all of you guys out there. He said, I like how you remind them on streams lately, about ways to support the show. He said, keep it up, Dog King. I can't wait till you blow up, brother. He says, you really deserve it for all the work you put in. I said, God bless you and thank you for watching. I said, I never thought about how tall the rack is because all my girls are short. I said, I will research and update the list if I find a taller rat. I said, thanks for the encouragement, and God will bring the channel greater success at the right time. He has already blessed me with great people like you that support my friend. I'm so thankful for what he has already done in my life. Have a great week, my friend. You know, a lot of people be saying, hey, man, you're going to blow up one day. Wait till you blow up and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I can't lie. I want to, I'm not sitting here telling you I don't want my channel to get bigger. I don't want to grow and have more resources. So honestly, my biggest dream is to be able to take care of myself doing what I love to do. You know, one of my biggest dreams. But you know what? I can't decide when God is going to bring the overflow. You know, even right now, man, I work 10 times as much as some of these girls that I've told you about. But guess what? They got 200,000 followers. But you know what? In life, you can't judge how fast your success is moving compared to other people. Like I said, they got breasts and booties. Some I don't got. So they're going to get followers a lot easier than me. They don't have to do as much work as me or work as hard as I do. You know, I had to scrape and claw for every single viewer that decides to be a subscriber, man. You know, and like I said, when I'm doing my videos, I don't have that in mind of, oh, I got to do this video to get subscribers. No, I'm just doing what I love to do. And I look up and, you know, more people have joined the fight. But it is a battle because, like I say, most people don't have to work this hard, you know, to get, you know, they'd have 100,000 viewers already by now, or subscribers by now, with as many videos as I put out. You know, I almost got 1,000 videos out. So, you know, you look at these channels, man. I've seen people 200,000 subscribers, 50 videos. Damn, you know what I'm saying? That can be discouraging if I was to let it be like, man, people working less and they got more. You know, like basically like the DAS says, I've done the work, you know, to blow up. But if I let that stuff upset me, it could be a stumbling block, you know, because I would be focusing on the destination as opposed to the journey. Nah, I always bring myself back down. I'm happy to be doing what I do every day. Guess what? I would love to help 200,000 folks, 100,000 folks, a million folks. But guess what? I'm blessed to have the 3,000 followers I got now, the subscribers I got now. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to love and try to help the subscribers I got until God blesses me with a bigger audience. And you know what? The truth is, he knows better than me when to bless me with a bigger audience. So, like I say, it's never really on my mind other than when questions or things like this come up. I just keep my head down and keep doing my work. And basically, I told him, God bless you. Thank you for watching. I never thought about how tall the rack is because all of my girls are short. I said, I will research and update the list if I find one. Thank you for the encouragement, and God will bring the channel greater success at the right time. He has already blessed me with great people like you to support me. I'm so thankful for what he's already done. I already read it, though. My bad. I said, have a great weekend, my friend. Have a great week, my friend. DAS is a great supporter. I really appreciate that guy. And my guy, Steve O. Oh, let me see something. Hold on. And my guy, Steve O, he just commented and says, love you, Jay. He says, love you. And I said, thank you, and God bless you for all your public and private contributions. I said, your support is a real blessing because he gave a super thanks on this video. Like I told you, you can actually donate per video. You don't even have to, you know, donate on live stream. You know, you can actually find a video that you really like and say, you know what, I'm going to put a donation on this. And so when you see the video and pull it up, you'll see an area that says super thanks. And that's what he did on that video. I'm trying to think, is that the one that DAS gave me a super thanks too? I'm trying to think if it's that video. No, it wasn't that video. Doodoo, he commented on another video, an older video, the review I did on the Kimberdoll Deluxe. No, it wasn't a review. I was just talking about the Kimberdoll Deluxe coming out. It was called Kimberdoll Deluxe The Next Level. This is before I got my Kimberdoll Deluxe. I was talking about it coming out. Doodoo says, I think it would be my first doll. Affordable and it's enough for a first experience. Thank you, King. I said, that would be a great introduction to the dog game. I said, you can, even though I don't profit anything from Kimberdoll, they do have a code where all my viewers can get a free wig. And I said, you can use my code for a free wig if you go with Kimberdoll. The code is DOLLKING, Dog King. That's all I had on that video. We almost done. We only got a few videos left. Oh, another great video. Why human women love the bad guy. And once again, this video was about Megan Good. She's fine as hell. I'm gonna be honest. She's an actress, and she recently started dating. Like I said in this video, she started dating a guy named Jonathan Majors. He's an actor. He's been accused of all this domestic violence with ladies. I'm not one to judge people in the court of public opinion saying he is guilty, but he's alleged to have put his hands on several women, right? So I don't know if he's really this type of guy or not, but he does have this reputation right now. And I was just saying, even with this reputation, it's funny how I've seen guys try to give her Megan Good recently, and she denied them for whatever reason, but yet and still you'll go with the guy that's been accused of all of this abuse. It's me, it's all these guys out here that want you, but yet and still women are always, and I'm not just saying even, well, in this case, I am saying more women, because guys don't really gravitate toward what we call the bad girls. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what we really gravitate to. But women, they do gravitate to what people call bad guys. The guys that aren't living the up and up lifestyle that could potentially go to jail, or the guys that's known for dragging you down the hallway, beating you like a slave or something like that. Women just gravitate towards the bad treatment. And this is just the latest example. She goes to find the guy that's accused of domestic violence instead of finding the guy that's not accused of domestic violence, which she can easily do. My enemy says, I seem like a bad guy because of my social phobia. He says, I'm distant and I don't approach women, so they think I'm mysterious and have something going on. He said, but the moment they realize I'm a sensitive, nice person, they're gone. The interest shrivels up and blows away like dead leaves. I said this, unfortunately, you always have to keep a perceived edge when dealing with human women. If they think you're mysterious, you got to stay mysterious. And that's the worst part. I've always hated this about dating. And that's why I even said that in the video. I love the fact that I can be myself. I ain't got to act like no damn bad guy with my girls. But the truth is, I've always been a nice guy. The only way I've ever been able to be bad to women is I don't commit. I don't commit, relationship-wise. And so even though I'm treating them good, a lot of times the woman be like, hey, let's go together. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'm going to stay single. Well, they stay interested because they be like, well, damn, this dude won't commit to me. And I'm like, nah, because I'm already being a nice guy. If I commit, yeah, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they're gone. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to, at least not committing, they still have something to chase. See what I'm getting at? But if you don't get them anything to look forward to as far as chasing, if they think you're mysterious and then you open all the way up, that is exactly what's going to happen. Most times they're going to start losing interest. Like I said in the video, I said, they don't want to know they can have you. They need to believe that it's a chance you can leave and keep them chasing, which is tiresome. I said, that is tiresome to have to keep doing that. Brendan J says, I have the same story of my life. He says, I looked so cool to women until they got to know me. Once they did, they didn't care that I was tall, muscular, and handsome. You already got a lot of good things going for you if that's the case. He said, once they saw my genuine hearted personality, it's like they were turned off. He's kind, emotionally intelligent, and thoughtful. Nope, I don't want him. I said, and this is what I'm going to retell this story, but this is what I told him. I said, I always had to never commit to a relationship, and that was enough to make me mysterious. They always wondered why they couldn't get me to be there in a committed relationship. I said, it was an easy way to be good while remaining bad enough. I said, it's still tiring when your true nature is to just be yourself without playing a role. And that's what I said. Companion dogs don't force you to play any role to keep them interested. And I said, unfortunately, you always have to keep a perceived edge when dealing with human women. They don't want to know they can have you. They need to believe that it's a chance you can leave and keep them chasing. And it's just tiresome. It's a tiresome routine. Kiss Lynn, which I don't know if that's a man or woman or whatever, but Kiss Lynn says her hair looks great, talking about Austin Moon in the video. And I said, thank you, my friend. So that's all the comments I had on that video. Man, this guy named Big Daddy, I don't know, he must have really just been in the mood to go back and look at some old videos. But he went back so far in my videos to where it's not even when I was the dog king. He looked at a video before I was JayDollKingHefner. You know, he went way back. This has nothing to do with dogs. But it's a subject I've tackled before. I even talked about it today, I think. But he went back and found his video that I did before I became JayDollKingHefner. I was saying that once again, I've been on this, I'm a down this on this particular hill where I was roasting the WNBA. I had a video a long time ago where I said tighten them uniforms, WNBA. This is before I did a video once I was JayDollKingHefner, but this is before I became JayDollKingHefner. Well, I was just on them about, hey, I'm sick of y'all with these big, bulky ass uniforms. You need to attract men. Sex appeal is a part of sports. I can't tell you how many times I've heard a woman come and tell me, I don't know nothing about football. I just like to see them in their uniforms. I ain't got a problem with that, but when a man says, "Hey, I want the women to look more sexy," oh, you just want to look at women in a bad way. You just objectifying women. You just want to see their booties. Nah, hey, if I'm looking at their sports, you damn right I want to see some booty. They can't jump and dunk, so yeah, I want to see some booty. Now I'm going to look at the sport, but I want to see some sex appeal. Sports is about sex appeal as well. Big Daddy just said, good point, Jay, about me with the uniform talk. And I just say, I keep saying it to this day, tighten the uniforms and the WNBA would thrive. They won't do it though. It takes the girls like the girl I was talking to Lady Steele about Asia Wilson. It takes her to basically pull her shorts up her own booty to make her shorts look short, but they're still not short. They're not made to be short or tight. And that needs to change. Man, I only got 2 more videos. I only got 2 more videos. I don't see it though. Oh, okay. It's back here. Okay. He went back. Doodoo went back again on one of my old videos when I compared WM to Kimber Dog. This is, man, how long ago was this? This was like 2 years ago when I did that video. And Doodoo says, Kimber Dog is my choice for my first buy. He said later, if I'm convinced that having a campaign doll is good for me, I get a full silicone iron tick doll. It's surely a must. And I told him this. I said, it sounds like a great plan because he sounds like that's really sort of like my plan in reverse. I bought my WM doll first, but I bought the Kim doll. It got here before my WM doll because I wanted to learn a little bit about companion dolls before I got my more expensive doll, which Callie ended up being my favorite girl. But what I told him, I said, it sounds like a great plan. And honestly, I just really believe most of the time, if you're interested in the companion doll lifestyle, you're going to love it. You know, it may be a couple of people to get a doll and be like, oh, this ain't for me. But I think it's probably 98% chance that if you want a companion doll, you're probably going to love this game. I'm going to be honest. Last video, guys. And that was my video that I did yesterday about Game Lady having the brand new doll. And this is amazing for me. Like I said earlier, it's a doll they came in with called Violet Evergarden. I'm so surprised they made this doll because I didn't think this was a super duper popular anime. I saw it, I think, back on Netflix a long time ago. I think that's where I saw it from. But I love Violet Evergarden. It's, like I said, more of a drama type anime. The girl is super beautiful on the anime. I don't really think the Game Lady doll is as good as the anime. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like that Tifa doll that they have, it looks just like the Final Fantasy character. But this girl doesn't quite look just like, and I showed that in the video. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and look at the Game Lady doll video that I did yesterday. But the girl doesn't look exactly like the doll. The doll doesn't look exactly like the girl. But I still love the effort. I still love the effort. And I was saying that was their first exclusive anime doll that they made straight off of an anime. Now, I was corrected by my friend Austin Steele, which once again, although I do try to be the beacon of knowledge, sometimes I can slip up a little bit. But Austin said, quick correction. He said, this isn't the first anime doll they've come out with. This would be the second. He said, they released Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. He said, I know somebody who recently got her. He said, I'm not the biggest fan of Violet, but that may just be because I'm not over familiar with the anime. He said, either way, she's still cute, and more option is never a bad thing. He said, P.S., who are these Tifa lovers you're referring to? Jay, I can't think of any. Well, he said that because he knew I was pretty much talking about him. It's a couple of other people that like Tifa, but he's the main guy that loves Tifa that's a viewer. I said, thanks for letting me know, my friend. I said, I thought Lucy was a character from the video game. I said, I didn't even realize it was an anime about Cyberpunk. Because, see, I thought Cyberpunk was just a video game. I didn't realize that they had an anime based off of it. I said, I still think the difference is Cyberpunk does have a game to refer to. Now, Lucy, the character that they made, she is just from the anime. I don't think she's actually in the game from the research I did. I said, but it's still, they can still say it's Game Lady doll, hey, there is an actual video game of this particular, anime. And so they made a girl that's on the anime, even though she's not on the video game, but it still has a video game associated with it. And so that's what I said. Well, Violet still has no video game related to her anime. So I think it's still a little bit different. So I was basically saying Game Ladies, to me, did something that was still a bit different because they made a girl that has no video game. And all of their other girls, at least there's a connection with the video game. And I said, well, they actually just went straight and got a straight up anime girl this time. And I said, that's still a little bit different. I said, but thanks for the information as always. I said, it does give me hope for them making a Nami doll of One Piece because that's my coup de grace. I want a Nami doll. You know what I'm saying? She is the ultimate. If you look at One Piece and you get into One Piece, boy, Nami will damn near make you get aroused. She just that sexy. I promise you. Austin says, you're very welcome, my guy. He said, I was wondering with Lucy if they made her since she's from an anime based on a video game or if they were open to characters from actual anime. He said, now that they've released not only Violet, but Rei Ayanami from Evangelion. He said, I don't know if that's from Evangelion or Evangelion. He said, you may very well get your Nami doll. And he says, I can get an actual Ruby Rose head. Man, I mean to tell you, Austin, I don't know if you still here, you might be gone. But I saw a DC anime the other day that was crazy. It had Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and somebody else on there. And they did a whole anime with Ruby Rose and her world. Man, I forgot the name of that show, but it was it wasn't the best anime film that I've seen, but it was really cool. You ought to look for that. It's an anime with Superman, them, and Ruby Rose on it. It was like an alternate universe type thing, but it was really good. But once again, I don't know anything about this Rei Ayanami. So that if that's the case, if they don't have a video game based off of her, that means that she would be the second anime girl. I mean, this straight up anime girl. So yes, it says it's just I don't know if it's a cartoon, but I don't know if it's a game made after it though. Let me see if it's a game made after. See, once again, though, this is not quite the same, Austin Steele, because Evangelion actually has a video game that I just looked up. So they have a video game. So to me, Violet is the only girl that straight up has an anime with no ties to a video game. So I think I was pretty much still right in what I was saying, other than Lucy, because Lucy is exclusively on an anime, but there is a cyberpunk video game, even though she's not on it. So to me, I still was pretty much right from the standpoint of Violet is the only one that has no game associated with her. She's just a straight up anime lady, the game lady doll made. So let me see what Austin says. Hold on, let me get through with the video right quick. I'm gonna get down to these comments. Hold on. So I'm just gonna like that last comment you made, Austin, because I've already answered it here. So let me catch up with the comments. Now my guy Clint Eastwood says clarity. I throw my back. Oh, he says he throws his back making love to his girls. Man, you on a whole nother level, Clint. You already know I've never done that. But I'm trying to think. I know that if I was to make love to my girls, I would get them in one position ahead of time and not be, I wouldn't be making love to them like I would with a human woman where I'm just constantly moving them around, flipping them around, because the last thing I would want to do is get a sprained penis trying to move the girls around. I mean, the worst thing to do is get a Charlie horse in your actual horse, if you know what I'm getting at. So, yeah. I hate to hear that, Clint, but you definitely got to be careful making love to these girls, man. You definitely got to be careful. David Courtney says, hey, Jay, me and my daughters are getting married. I'm a big fan. Oh, wait a minute. How is this so? Did he redo that? Because I read that a while back. But I already gave you a shout out. I said, shout out to you and your girls. Now, I told you you should give me the name of your girls, and I would call their names out. Clint Eastwood said, movable jars are a staple now. In my opinion, it's such an improvement. Oh, yes, it is, Clint. That's what I was saying once again about Real Doll. Man, the whole industry is just constantly evolving. It's hard to find a company that doesn't make articulated fingers with their dolls. That just comes with articulated fingers. Everybody's beginning to make that a staple. Everybody's improving their skeleton. Everybody is coming with this full oral structure, you know, what they call a ROI. I mean, a ROS. They're calling it a ROS, which is the real oral structure. You know, I'm seeing more and more companies coming out with the tongue, the mouth, you know, the epiglottis. I mean, look, these doll companies are making strides. So that's what I say. Real doll, you can't stand pat anymore. You know, the real doll with the open mouth, they used to really fascinate me, being able to open the mouth. And it still does. I like it because it's the only doll that can do that in my house. But open her mouth, look at her teeth, look at her tongue. I used to be really blown away by that. But I'm not blown away by that as much. Why? Because it's several companies now that have the real oral structure. That's what I say. You know, if they really start being able to figure out how to make this doll flop like a human, like a real doll really does, they're gonna, game gonna be over, you know. And I will say this, my real doll does feel a little bit more high quality as far as just the silicone. But it doesn't blow my Iron Tick doll away, because my Iron Tick doll is high quality silicone. It's platinum silicone as well. I just think that, I don't know, real dolls maybe feel just a little bit better. But my Iron Tick doll, man, believe me, I've been laying next to her having the time of my life, because she just feels amazing to rub on. Her skin, like I said, I love my TPE girls, love squeezing on them, but they still don't quite feel like my silicone girls. So yeah. I'm with you, Clint Eastwood. The movable jars are a big improvement, and like I say, real doll, you got to come on now. Austin says, still here, and yep, RWBY, yeah, Justice League movie, yeah. So yeah, he said I still need to go back and finish watching it. I'm going to be honest. It's funny that you said you need to go back and finish watching it. I really only looked at it from knowing that you like RWBY, and I just wanted to see how they did it. But it took me about 3 watches to get through the whole film because I didn't really love it that much. I'm gonna be honest with you, it goes back to I don't really love the RWBY storyline and just sort of the way their characters, they sort of made everybody sort of resemble the RWBY characters and the way they're drawn. I just really wasn't feeling it. But I would tell you this, something I've been meaning to tell you, Austin. I like her older sister, Ruby's older sister, but that's not the girl I really love. I love, man, who was that other girl? It was this other girl. I think she had some like silver type hair. And she was hanging with Batman in the movie. What was that? What was her name called? Weiss. I think her name was Weiss. Now, I like her better than Ruby or the sister. But I'm going to tell you this. The girl that is the finest that I have seen on RWBY, the anime, is the teacher. My God. I got a glimpse of her in that anime, Justice League anime, because I had forgot about her. She's the finest one on RWBY. It's that damn teacher. She's so damn fine. It don't make no sense. So I still would, it would be her. I would like the teacher. I would like Weiss. And I ain't gonna lie, I might choose Ruby over her sister because she's shorter. I don't like the fact that her sister is so much taller than her. But that damn teacher is a knockout. That female teacher, Lord have mercy. He said, I watched the first 2/3 of it and it was pretty cool. He said, I was jokingly saying because I thought there still needed to be a video game association. Okay. The game lady should make some sword art online. Oh my God. Oh yes, they could make Asuna. They could make the real Asuna because I named Asuna after the girl on Sword Art Online. You're right. They could make some Sword Art Online. You sure right. But yeah, see, they threw me off with the Violet Evergarden because she has no video game. So I thought that every doll they made still had to have some sort of video game association. And now that I've done a research, everyone has an association but Violet Evergarden. Just so, like I say, I was sort of right in my video where even though Lucy is actually just from the anime, well, there still is a cyberpunk video game. Stingray says, "Hell, JDKH. Yeah. Thank you, Stingray." He says, "Best to you, Jay. Hope you're doing good." I'm doing great, man, Stingray. And I'm feeling better health-wise. So thank you for checking in. He said, the teacher, he said, you mean Glenda, the assistant. But yeah, Weiss paired with Batman was pure comedy. Yeah, man, I thought Weiss was going to stay around. I mean, Batman was going to stay around. I don't want to talk too bad. My bad. You haven't seen it, but Weiss, I can't lie. I was loving Weiss. She was sexy. She reminded me of Batman too, the way she sort of wasn't with everybody. You look at the cartoon, or you look at the anime, so you probably know a lot about her. But I said, you know what? They must have paired her with Batman because she must be that mysterious person in that anime world. But he said Glenda the assistant. Let me see. I think that's her. I don't know her name. Of course. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, hell yes. Yes, I love me some Glenda. Yeah, she is so fine to me. Yeah. I love her, man. I love her. I love Glenda. Yeah, she's all the way right. She's all the way right to me. I love her. I'm gonna show everybody who she looked like though. But yeah, this is the girl I was telling him I like this in that anime. Yeah, I love Glenda. She is super fine to me. I love her, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. She is sexy. I love this girl. And she looks even better on the cartoon. I'm gonna be honest with you. She looks even better. You can see her body even more. But yeah, I'm sorry. It's no way I'm putting Ruby over her. I ain't gonna lie. No. Hell no. That girl right there is smoking. Stingray says, speaking of anime, have you had time to check out Joe? I can't do it. Because if that's JoJo, if that's the one where he's hunting animals, that's why I didn't like that anime. I don't like that aspect of hunting animals. I think that's the one. Because I went back, I think after you told me, and I looked at the first episode, and I remember why I didn't watch it. I was like, I don't like this old fake Indiana Jones hunting down animal stuff. And I don't know how far the storyline went, but when I saw this dude, I think it was the first or second episode where this dude he killed a bear that was chasing him. I said, I don't want to see that. I was like, nah, I ain't feeling that. You know, I'd rather see them fighting some people or demons or something like that. I don't want to see them just killing animals or chasing animals. I said, I couldn't get with it. I appreciate you suggesting it though, because I'm always looking for. Because right now, I couldn't find. I've caught up on everything. I'm looking at. I did decide to start looking at Bleach. I'm about 20 episodes into Bleach, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It has a similar thing of other animes, like the Naruto's and stuff like that, where it has a theme of a guy that's building himself up, but it's something about the main character in Bleach. I don't really like him. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like him. The what's his name? Ishigaku or something. Ishigaku or something like that. I forgot his name. Ishiaga or something like that. But I don't really like him. It's just something about his character that's just sort of unlikable. The theme of the show isn't bad. I love this girl in Bleach, the Rukia girl. She is sexy as hell on the anime. And it's a girl named Oriyami, I think. She's sexy on there too, but I think I like Rukia better. But I'm looking at that now only because I have nothing else to look at. I'm caught up on One Piece. I'm caught up on Demon Slayer. I'm caught up on all the other animes I was watching. I tried to watch JoJo. I couldn't do it. So, yeah, that's where I am. Clint Eastwood says, real quick, Jay, did you contact Coer? Look, okay. I got to go off of that right now because I think I told you, I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I'm working on something behind the scenes and I just can't talk about it right now because it's actually what I'm working on. It's not, I talk about it at another time, but it's what I'm working on is not quite right. I just say that. Austin says, Blade, the cat girl, is the more mysterious, quiet type. Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen Blade. Weiss is just absolutely snark. I like Weiss, though. Weiss was trying to get something from Batman. Wait a minute. My bad. I got to put Clint Eastwood back up here. I ain't supposed to be putting I said I got to leave that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm leaving that up there. Just because I appreciate that so much. Stingray says there is no animal hunt in JoJo. You were watching the wrong. Well, maybe I was. Let me see. I'm gonna check my. All right, bench. Let me see if that's the one I was looking at. What does it say? What does it say? Okay. Oh, this is something totally different. You know what? I did start watching this. I didn't like it. Yep. You know what? I remember. Yep. It was something else. What would you know? What I was there must have been something else I was looking at where that animal was getting killed. But it was something else somebody recently suggested to me. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I started trying to look at this and I couldn't get into it. I forgot what happened in here though. I forgot what was actually happening. I don't know if this was the one where somebody got sacrificed at the very beginning. I think this might have been the one where I saw somebody like getting sacrificed at the beginning of the anime. Let me know if that was it, because I do remember seeing an anime where somebody was getting sacrificed. Now it could have been that one where I wasn't feeling that anime, or it could have been this other anime I was looking at once again that sort of remind me of the theme of what I was reading. But whatever it was, I think, I'll try it again tonight just to make sure I don't like it. But I think it's too familiar to me. I'm like, I know I've looked at that anime and I did not like it. Stingray says Bleach was my favorite before JoJo. Man, I can't lie, bro. I dropped Bleach way down there. It's okay, but Bleach does not compare to Naruto. Hell, I don't like it nowhere near One Piece. It can't touch One Piece. Hell, I like Black Clover better than that. Hell, I think I like Seven Deadly Sins better than than Bleach. I ain't gonna lie, Bleach is only okay. It definitely ain't better than Sword Art Online. Man, I can't lie. I got Bleach way down there. It's not better than Inuyasha. Man, it's not better than Yowamushi Pedal. I mean, it's really way down there. It's just not bad. It's something that I'm looking at right now. It's just something that I'm looking at because I don't like that guy. I don't like the lead character. It's just something about him. I don't know. I don't like him. I don't really, I don't hate him. I'm trying to like him, but I don't really like him. I don't really like him. You know what I'm saying? He said, was JoJo fighting Dracula or something? I'm not sure. Okay, he said fighting vampires is the first season. Like I said, I'm sure I looked at it and I just didn't like it. I wasn't feeling it. But I'm gonna take another look at it tonight, though. I'll take another look at it tonight and make sure I don't like it. If he fighting vampires, though, that sounds like something I might not be into right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it a chance. But because I could have sworn if my other computer was working, I would check it. Let me see. It looked like it is. But I ain't gonna keep y'all around and look at that to verify that. Let me see. Because it's already almost going on 3 hours. And as slow as this computer is over here, because this is my anime computer. This is the computer I use to look at my anime. Nah, it's going too slow. So either way, I'll give you a report back on JoJo the next time I see you. Stingray, don't forget to ask me about it because there's no telling what I will be talking about. So make sure you remember to ask me how I like JoJo. Matter of fact, hell, what you can do is leave a comment on this video. You know what I'm saying? After the stream, leave a comment on this video and tell me, Jay, don't forget to tell me how you like JoJo. Do me that favor. That way I remember to say, hey, I like it or I don't like it. And then for next Dog King Power Hour, I will have that question to refer to, so I'll be able to bring it up next week. But as of right now, I'm fully caught up, man, with all my comments. And I got the biggest comment of the night from Clint Eastwood with the $100 contribution, which is a life changer as far as just, man, it just helps the show out, helps me out. Hell, I almost wish you could have sent, even though I appreciate you sending it here, I almost wish you could have sent that to my PayPal or my Cash App, just so I can use all that to help us right now, because we need all the help we can get just staying alive. And although I appreciate it coming through YouTube, it's more immediately impactful through my PayPal or Cash App, even though I don't want to discourage anybody from giving however they want to give. Now, you can't send me a watch link, Stingray, because on my comment section, I don't allow links to be shared on my comment section. So just leave a comment. Believe me, I got a perfect site that I look at anime on. But this is what I want you to do. You can leave a comment saying, Jay, don't forget to tell me how you like JoJo. And you can list the site that you use if you want to. You can say, hey, I use this site to look at my anime. You know, right now, I think I use 9 anime to look at mine. I used to look at another site, but they stopped showing their animes on there. And so I look at everything on there quite easily. But you can send me a link, because I always say it's never bad to have other options to look at anime on these sites, because every blue moon they'll shut a site down or something like that, and then you can't find anything to watch your anime on. So you can let me know what you're watching on, as well as remind me. So I'm telling you, go out of this video when it closes down, leave a actual comment, because these comments in this section, I won't still be able to see it. Really? Man, he says 9 anime sucks for me. Man, 9 anime works perfect. Now, I'm going to tell you, I used to use another site that used to sort of separate the dub from the subbed. Where on 9 anime, what I like about them is when you go under the anime, you can just choose right then and there whether you want to see the sub version or the dub version. So I do like it that it's right there. But for searching purposes, I used to like my other site better as far as just searching things. But it works fine for me. No interference or anything like that. But please, man. And like I said, I actually am getting more into sub animes now. But One Piece, I'm 953 episodes in watching dubbed anime, so I do not want to go back to sub, because I've seen damn near 1,000 using the dubbed English voices. But other animes, like I was looking at Demon Slayer, and I caught all the way up, and the only way I could keep on going was to look at the sub version. I was like, the hell with it. It ain't that many episodes. I've only looked at 2 seasons of this crap, so I'm gonna start looking at the sub version to catch up. But if I've looked at something too long, I like to stick to whatever I started out watching it as. And so I try to get dubbed, because I like to hear the American voices or whatever. But sub can get a little bit more. Hey, they talk a little bit more sexy type stuff going on when you look at a sub. Because I was looking at Bleach, and on the same scene, I actually seen this same sub there and dubbed. On the sub version, this guy saw this girl's panties, and he was like, "Ooh, you wearing polka dots." But in the dub version, he didn't even say anything. He just looked up her skirt, but he didn't even say anything. And I said, damn, that's the difference between sub and dub. Sub don't care about getting freaky, but dub, they'll sort of mute things sometimes. Either way. Wow, he says he tried watching Rosario on 9 anime and it crashed. Man, it's never crashed on me. That's crazy. He said, sub to dub, JoJo is amazing. I'm going to give it a chance, but I got to find out what I'm talking about then, because I don't know, man, because like I said, the JoJo I thought that I saw, it opened up with him chasing after damn animal, or animal chasing after him, and the dude killed a bear at the very beginning, and I was like, I do not like this. Then I saw this other anime where it was showing this dog that was talking and stuff, and he was like changed into some type of big character or something. And I was like, this stuff looks crazy as hell. I just couldn't get with it. I said, I don't like that. I don't like that. So either way, I don't know what I was looking at, but I find out tonight because I'm going to probably look at 1 or 2 animes before I go to sleep. But with all that said, guys, it's been a fun time. Once again, never a short time on the Dog King Power. I need to rename this show Dog King Power Hours. Okay, I'm gonna check it out, Stingray. Don't forget to leave that message on this show, man, so I can remember to tell you how I like it. So, but with all that said, guys, it's been a fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I want to send God's blessings over your life. And I think did I forget to say this today? I think I did. I said, let me do it now. I want to send God's blessings out over your life. Thank you for your time today. Whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, and believing for, we're praying that you have it, whether it's health, finances, or new relationship. We're praying that you have it. We ask you believe it, and then you will receive it. But as of right now, it's been me, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Asa the Moon. Got my girl Himawari sleep over there. We're finna get the hell out of here. We thank you for all of your support. Man, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, talk about the show, look at my upcoming videos. Thank you, Clint Eastwood, for the major contribution. And I'm just praying that all of you guys, when you can and are well able, that you will find a time to either contribute to the show by donation, or guess what? If you're looking for your first girl, look in the description of my videos, the about section of my YouTube channel, and you can go through us to get your companion dog, help yourself as well as help us out. But as of right now, me and the ladies, I finna get the hell out of here. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you for tuning in. Stingray says peace. Much love. Clint Eastwood says take care. Thank you, Clint. And once again, leave that message, Stingray, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel. We're gonna check out about 1 or 2 animes, call it a night, and wake up and get right back to work. But as of right now, we fencing to get the hell up out. We fencing to get the hell up out. We fencing to get the hell up out of Chin. Have a good one, guys. We out of here.